All right. Cool. All right, so we live for round day number two of the day of a life of a real estate investor. Yesterday was pretty cool. I got to know a couple agents, got to do a couple follow ups with them last night. A quick check in. If you guys were here yesterday, Onise told me to schedule a call back for her and her seller on Thursday. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that live. I scheduled it for I think it's the first thing I'm doing as soon as Thursday hit at 12:30 our time CST that we're doing a call with Onise. So if you guys didn't hear about Onise, go watch the last live that we did. I kind of broke down to her seller financing, or not, yes, her seller financing, um, her seller's property, and everything like that, as far as kind of doing terms and all that kind of stuff. So we have a call with that on Thursday. So hopefully we can wrap that one up this week. Um, who else? Pedro send me those listings. I might go over those a little bit later, towards the end of the 3 hours that we're gonna do today. Every day, just a quick recap. Every day we're gonna do a 3 hour time period of just a day in the life of a real estate investor. We're gonna do the calls. We're gonna do the let me see if I can do my things open. We're gonna do the calls. We're gonna do the negotiation. We're gonna talk to agents. We're gonna talk to sellers. We're gonna talk to. We can talk to anybody on this at this point. It's not gonna be strictly only agents, but you're gonna see like what I do every day as far as my day to day. So right now, I kind of held back, I think, a little bit because I usually I don't start from bare beginnings. Like I don't start at the beginning, and I don't just call agents straight off the bat and just do all that kind of stuff. I usually kind of read through my emails, see who's doing something right now. Like what's the last email I had, properties that were sent to me, deals that I'm already working on, which I'm working on two right now, which I'm probably gonna start with those, just so you can guys see like how I'm working the deal, what type of deal it is. And this one's actually supposed to close on the 11th of this month. So we're gonna go over that one and kind of go over how I'm going about it. So the two properties that I'm doing are wrap properties. What I mean by a wrap is basically whenever a seller has a pre-existing mortgage already on their property, and usually you'll either well, it can happen both ways. So what you'll do is you either have a seller that already has their mortgage paid off, and you kind of do seller financing with them and create terms, and they'll become the bank, or they already have an established mortgage debt attached to their property, and you'll subject to that mortgage, and you'll start making the payments toward that mortgage. So on both of these, I actually subject to their existing mortgage, and I'm gonna wrap it. So I'm gonna create my own terms to another right buyer that can't qualify for a traditional bank loan due to bad credit, due to I-10. They don't have a previous rental history. Whatever the case is, they can't qualify because banks are being a lot more stricter on their qualifications right nowadays, just because things are so tight with the interest rate. So I'm providing housing for those guys, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing right now to kind of market those properties to potential right buyers. So right now I have my team. We printed out flyers. We have a sign in the yard right now that says owner financing available. Call me. I think both of these are going to be $15,000 down. Um, and it talks about $50,000 down. It talks about the monthly payments they'll be making. We also make flyers that we're having posted out at. I have a friend that's at the title or not title tax repair service. They have a whole business they run, or tax repair. So I'm having the flyers put there. Different loan officers. I'm also today going to call agents. When I'm talking to agents about their property, I'm probably going to look in the Fort Worth area for properties. I might not. I'll probably just keep it DFW area. But I'm going to call these agents, and not only am I going to talk to them about the property they have listed and kind of get a story from that, I'm also going to ask for their help as far as if they working with any buyers. And this has helped a lot. The only thing I got pushback on is the buyer's commission. And so the thing is, agents feel entitled to the 3%. That's all they really care about is getting their 3%. And so on this particular kind of, sales, I'm not giving them 3%. I'm giving them only $2,500. That's like my limit. They can get whatever they want from the rat buyer at that point. But for using them and being a referral, basically, I'm only giving them 2,500. So that's the only really pushback I get a lot of times. And I had to probably follow up with them and stuff like that. But that's a game plan today. So I'm gonna call agents and I'm gonna figure out, what's going on with the property, see if I can figure out a solution, whether it be cash or creative. And then I'm also going on the backside. I'm gonna ask for their help and see if they know any buyers, or they work with any buyers that can't qualify for a loan right now, because I'm sure a lot of realtors have that right now. So let's get to it. Again, I'm using Privy. And please, guys, like I said before, um, please comment any questions, any advice. If you guys want me to say, have a suggestion for me to say things a particular kind of way that can help everybody else out, that's much needed. All the constructive criticism is appreciated. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and start off where I left off yesterday. Cool, cool, cool. Day two. I'll make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me if y'all are in here? Can y'all hear me in here? Y'all just comment yes. Yes, no, maybe so. Hope y'all can hear me. All right, cool. So, with that being said, so I'm kind of keeping this kind of uh I guess kind of light as far as like what I'm doing. But this is kind of really every things I do. I'm always on the phone. Like previously, I had a call with a new student, and I was kind of helping her out. Cool, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Cool. Michaela and Taylor. Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, so I just had a talk with a lender. She was a new student, and she's awesome. I'm not gonna give her name out because her inbox is already flooded. But she's awesome. She's really cool. I can't wait to do some deals with her. Hopefully she's watching this Zoom. I told her to peep it, and I'll give her a shout out. Also met a guy that I'm trying to talk to him earlier. I wanted to get him on the call, but he does down payment assistance. And so what I was planning on doing with that was, um, he does down payment. He's in touch with a lot of lenders, and they allow them to be in second position. So in this scenario, since I have a wrap buyer, and a lot of times, people don't have the 15,000 just straight off the bat, but they do make enough monthly income to, satisfy whatever kind of monthly payment it is. Maybe they get paid under the table. Maybe they have like a um, self-employment job where they just get paid a lot monthly, and they can't like really, show it the way the bank's want to be showed. But they do have proof that they can do that. So in this scenario, I'm thinking that they are they are if he were to come through and help them with the down payment assistance and just attach himself to the second position on the mortgage and just have them make monthly payments just like the like I'm doing the same way, then that way they can come in with no money down and just have a higher monthly payment, which is probably fine for them, and it kind of works out for everybody. So I gave him a call today to kind of work out all those specs. So if that works out, I will let you guys know, and I think that'd be pretty dope, to have someone come in and just be a second position mortgage on them. So that will save a lot of time. So with that being said, we just want to hop in and talk to some agents. We're in Grand Prairie today for this property, and we're gonna talk to Sadon Smith. And periodically, like if you guys ask any questions in there, I'll be more than happy to answer it. Or if you guys want to hop on and kind of ask me questions about a deal you guys have or a lead you guys have and just need help breaking it down, please let me know, because I have no problem with doing that today or every day. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Let's call my man Sadan. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I probably should have went back and listened to my last video to make sure like the quality of the sound was okay from the phone. But I'm sure y'all let me know if it's not.
Please state your name after the tone,
What?
and Google Voice will try to connect you.
I hate Damien. I hate the Google Voice thing. Like that's so weird to me.
Hey, this is Tiffany from the Send Mail Essay Group. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Tiffany, I am the
Tiffany.
admin.
Hey, Tiffany. I was calling about the property in Grand Prairie on Handover Street. It looked like Sedan was the agent on it. Do you know who that
Let
is?
me see. Which one?
Sedan?
Which one again?
I think it's Sedan or Sedan. Sedan Smith. I didn't think I thought I called his number. I didn't know I called the office.
Yes, this is the office line of the Send Mail Essay Group.
Okay.
Which property again? Sorry.
It's gonna be the 42 or 40 4522 Handover.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah. So that's why I was kind of calling. I was kind of seeing what was going on. I see it's kind of been there for a little bit. I didn't know if you would probably be the one to kind of know more information about it, or would it be probably the agent?
What do you mean? Are you trying to show the house?
No, I'm trying to buy it.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I'm an investor, and I was just trying to buy it to see what's the opportunities that are there for the trying to buy the property.
Oh, gotcha. May I know your first and last name?
Yeah, it's Damien Cooks.
Ben?
Damien, Dameon. Cooks is Cooks.
All right. So, the property is listed for 375.
Yep.
And are you currently working with an agent?
I am an agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Agent, investor. And how soon are you looking to buy?
Yeah.
Are you a cash buyer or are you already pre-approved?
Well, yeah, no. So I'll. It just depends. So that's what I'm trying to figure out with the agent. I could be a cash buyer if he's at the right cash price, or if there's an opportunity to doing things more creatively to kind of get to that price, then we can do that too. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of heading towards.
Okay. So I guess for this one, I believe it would be best if I am going to let Brandon talk to you.
Yeah.
To discuss the details. Um, he is not available at the moment though, but I can give you his number.
Yeah, that works.
I mean, I can give him your number and just try to keep your lines open, and he will give you a call as soon as he can.
All right, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Is there any way that I can get his number to give him a call back, or is it just gonna?
Unfortunately, no. We're using the office line, and he will be the one to reach out to you.
All right, no worries. That's fine.
His schedule is full today, so he has a lot of meetings. But I'm pretty sure he will call you as soon as he can.
All right, that's no problem.
Okay.
All right, cool. Appreciate it, Tiffany.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah, that was wasting time. I wonder if I can actually find his number by itself. I'm not even gonna try. It's not worth my time. Cool. So let's just go to the next one. Since Sadan is not trying to get money. Well, he's probably already getting money. That might be what it is. Let's see. Next property is Cindy. Cindy from Texas Connect. It's a little cute property in North Richland Hills. It's cute, a little outdated, definitely outdated, 100% outdated, but it's still cute. All All right, cool. Cindy. All right, let's see. Give Cindy a quick call. And what else was I gonna tell you guys? Also, I wanna see you guys taking action as far as doing the same thing and kind of giving me feedback in the comments of how your day was as far as what you did. Like even if you didn't really do much, if you just did bare minimum, I want to know about it because I want to see how we can kind of get that to the next level. That'd be dope. All right, let's get to Nick call. I just feel like I'm
Hi, you've reached Cindy Salinas with Texas Connect Realty. I'm sorry I missed your call.
I feel like I'm gonna get cussed out today. This feels like one of those days.
Hi, you've reached Cindy Salinas with Texas
Bro,
Connect.
Cindy, what's going on, bro? Watch this. I'm gonna text her and say, "Hey, I'm calling about this property on Briley." Hey, it's one of my friends' names. Myron, shout out to Myron and Carolyn. Hey, this is what's her name? Cindy. Cindy, this is Damien. I was calling about your listing on Briley 520 Briley Drive. That's not how you spell it. Drive. And she'll literally text me back in 5 minutes and say, "Oh, I'm in a meeting," or "I'll call you right back," or "I'm wrapped up with something." Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Cool. All right. Still keep property 2 in Arlington. I really want to get something in Arlington, which I don't know why that hasn't happened yet. Maybe it's today. It's called Jill. Jill. So 5, 8905. All right, let's give Jill a call real quick. We're gonna get somebody today.
Hello, this is Jill Farish. I'm sorry I'm not.
Like, are all the agents off today, or am I calling too early? This don't make no sense.
Hello, this is Jill.
I actually never been through 3 no agent calls. That's actually a first. Let me go ahead and text her too. I need to have like this template set so I can just like start shooting it to everybody. They've been calling about your listing on French Wood Drive. All right, let's go to the next one. It's a little cute, little cute house. Okay. So there's a few things I see whenever I see like a property, a few things to pick up. So when you're looking at properties and they have a reduction on the price and it's only like, why would you text me instead of answer the phone about it? I'm not even gonna pay attention to that right now. So whenever you see a reduction on the price, that matters to a certain extent, because if it's like only like 5,000 or anything under 10,000, that means they're really not trying to lower that price. That means they're trying to stick to the price they have it listed at right then and there. So kind of be weary of that, and try to figure out. I mean, sometimes I bring that up in conversation. I'll be like, they only like they drop $5,000, not really trying to give up much right now. So they trying to stick to that 275 price, or kind of see where they are with that and why it's not selling at that point and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to try to do on this call. Hopefully, Paul answers. I'll tell you, that's crazy. And then Julie texted me saying, "Do you have any questions?" I'm gonna say, "Do you have something to talk on the phone?" She'll probably say no.
Hello, this is Paul Young. Please leave a message.
Bro.
I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thank you.
All right, at least Paul texted me, so I'll call you later. I'll take that. He responded, "Yeah, sure. I was calling about your listing." How many calls y'all think I'm gonna get until I actually get on the phone with somebody? Listing on 2704 Tree View Drive. Oh, that's not it. All right, cool. Cool. All right, let's give the next one a try. What is that, number 3 or I think that's 4. It's 4 agents that didn't answer the phone. They didn't even do a price reduction. Yeah, they've been on the market for about 2 months, no price reduction. The house is beautiful though. Yeah, I'm gonna call and see what's up. Call him and see what's up. Number 5. And Don looks like he'll answer. He even got a picture on his thing. He got a picture on his HAR account. I don't know how you do that. All right, come on, Paul. Or that's not Paul. Don.
You have reached Jennifer Murphy. Please leave your name and
Jennifer,
phone number, and I'll
bro,
be happy to call you
what?
back as soon as possible.
In Tar Nation?
Bye.
That's not even Don's number. Maybe I typed it in wrong. Let me see. 817. No. That's 5 agents. I don't even know if I want to call this number back just because that was a whole different gender.
You have reached Jennifer Murphy. Please
Jennifer. Like what? That's 5 calls in a row of strikeouts. Maybe. Okay, look, oh no, that's the number I just called. This is absurd. Burleson. This is kind of where Don's at. Okay, so then of course, Fathom. Hey, so little story. I was a Fathom agent at a point in time, and I switched over to being AXP because they didn't want me being an investor agent. They don't know really the reason why. I guess because they don't get paid for me being an investor agent. But yeah, so They plotted against me to get me let go from there, but I ended up just quitting, and they had to pay. So, um, yeah, a little backstory of Fathom. I know a lot of people on Fathom. Yeah, I know a lot of people on Fathom. Fathom's cool to me still. No bad blood. Bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Hi, this is Kathy Rice with
This is going on 7, right? 7 calls. Wow, that's really crazy. I don't even feel like texting her, but I'm going to do it. Hey, Kathy. This is Damien. Spell my name wrong. Damien. Calling about your listing. I might as well do an SMS campaign at this point. On 1020 and street. This is 7 agents that didn't answer. So this is one of the reasons agent outreach is kind of bad, because the agents don't answer their phone and they're representing these sellers. This is in GP, little cutie pie house. Chris. I'm about to call some agents I already know at this rate. Yeah. If I get 8 calls from these agents with no listings, I'm honestly just gonna probably start calling agents I already have in my list and see if they have anything. In 1 sec, I'll call back. I spelled the name wrong. So hopefully Kathy calls me right back. Until then, the show will go on. Until I'll be on a call real quick. Another call, but I'll call back. All right, let's give, who's this, Chris a call. What's going on, number 8? Oh, somebody's in jury duty. Jury duty. I don't know which one that was. And then somebody else is on a client call right now. See, when you text them, they'll respond.
Hi, you've reached Chris Watson with you.
Bro, like when I say these agents are really trying to get paid, it's really crazy. Oh wait, is that the person that just texted me that? No, that's somebody else. I'm trying to give y'all some value, man, and these agents are answering their phone.
Hi, you've reached Chris Watson.
Jeez. Chris, come on. I'm trying to buy this property on. Chris, come on. I'm trying to buy this property on Can Circle. I'm actually gonna send that to her. Chris, come on, man. That's just a woman. So I'm gonna say, man, come on. Hopefully she'll respond to that. She might not respond to me. Cool. So this one's from Open Door Brokerage. I'm not even gonna touch it. Open door sales. I do not touch at all. I know this name. Cameron Hoss. I know this name. Why do I know this name? I think this is a fix and flipper. Should I just call him anyways? I think I will. Actually, I know this is a fix and flipper. I know that it. I'm not gonna waste my time with that. Actually, I am gonna waste my time with that because every conversation, like everybody needs something. If they're in real estate, they need something. So even if they are a fix and flipper, I'm gonna call them and see, what are they doing right now in this market shift? Are they buying? Find some opportunities. Are they buying? What are they buying right now? Like what kind of percentage are they buying at? This, that, and the other. So I'm just Cameron. Actually, I feel like he was a dick. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. I apologize for my language, but I think he was.
Please leave your message.
Yeah, that's 9 agents. No answers. We're gonna get somebody today. Leanne Richards. I have confidence in this one. Leanne is gonna answer this phone. She got 2 first names. She has to answer the phone. She has 2 first names. Let's see. The 10th agent. This is what happens sometimes too, guys. So this is a day in the life. This is what happens. So these things kind of happen. So at least you're getting this. I'm actually kind of glad this is happening. Leanne, you got 2 first names, dude.
Hello, this is Leanne Richard with.
Give you one more chance, Leanne. Come on. Feel like foundation issues though. Can't see that from the outside.
Hello.
All right, so I'm gonna hold up my end of the deal. I'm actually gonna call agents that I already know. I don't really have a relationship with them, but I kind of called them before and at least saved the number on my phone. Because that's ridiculous, dude. Not right now. Oh my goodness, hold on. That's my mom. All right, hello? Yep. Wow. Why? Here, hold on real quick. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So anyway, I asked Joel, can I meet with you today, Joel? Because I got some property. I mean, property we need to go ahead and get somebody in that's going to be. He said, Wendy, he said, I can't see you until Saturday. So, but Joel's good about that kind of stuff too. I mean, I'm still going to go there Monday, but I just don't understand Olivia's tax time and why did you let those girls go for 2 weeks?
Okay. I thought you said. Yeah. Well, are you already in the area or no? Okay. Well, never mind. That's okay. All right. Well, I'll let them know that, and we'll try to shoot for next week then, I guess. But that's fine. All right. Appreciate it. Bye. Cool. Let's call some DFW people. See if any of y'all have any questions dropped in there either. Nope. All right, we got our first call back. Here we go. Hello.
Hey, it's Kathy with Fathom.
Hey, Kathy. How you doing?
What's up? Good.
No, I'm glad you called back. No, I was I'm sorry. Remind me of the property that you were listing. I put
1020 Hannah in Burleson.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So I was looking at that one. I was looking on MLS, and I'm an investor on it, but I was looking at it to purchase it. So I was kind of wondering what's kind of going on. I was been kind of there for a little bit. What's kind of got it sitting there?
Yeah, it has. It's good. It's solid. I think it's an older woman, and my husband's sitting there. My husband's sitting up there. They're in the cells for the courthouse.
Oh wow!
Of her foreclosures, and my husband's sitting on the steps.
What's he doing over there, man?
What the hell?
You guys have the same mindset. He's trying to get some money, man.
I guess. Well, I know what he's doing. He's looking to see about buying some flips.
Yeah.
But I figured he said he'd be home by noon or so. So I'm just surprised he was still there. But anyway, yeah, it's an older lady. And the house was actually her parents, and then she moved in to help her mom, and now she's got the house. And so it took her like months to get it ready. Because she's got her stuff, mom and dad's stuff, our daughter's stuff, everybody's stuff. So, but the house overall, she had just had it all repainted on the inside. She had laminate floors as you can tell from the pictures. Anyway, recently she had a dishwasher leak, so she hasn't replaced the dishwasher yet, but they pulled up some of the floor. But anyway, anything that she's done will be fixed prior to closing if necessary.
It's like okay, so it'd be fixed prior to close. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So what's the price? I'm sorry,
you're fine. It's at $299, $299, $750, $299, $750.
I know she had an offer like $240 that she turned down.
Okay, what was the reason for it?
She didn't want to go that low.
Okay, got you. So she's kind of just wanted to stick around. Because I know it's been there for a while. She hadn't had any like reductions or anything, so she's just trying to.
Yeah, we've had showings, and even with the dishwasher torn up in there, we've had a few showings. Just nobody that's bitten on it lately. You know?
I was gonna ask, like, what do you think is kind of got it sitting there? I mean, is it something other than?
No, I mean, I think it's a good house. I think it's a solid house. Like I said, I think it needs a little bit of update. She still has laminate in the kitchen, and it needs probably a new kitchen sink. But other than that, it's just a little update. You need some updates.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Other than that, nothing.
I was like, your husband not thinking about flipping this one?
Pardon?
I said, your husband not thinking about flipping this one?
No, we're looking. We live in Weatherford.
Okay.
So he likes to do ones that over here in case we keep them for rental houses.
Yeah, no, same
More
thing.
info than you probably need to know, but
No, I mean, no, the thing is, I'm an investor too, so like, you know, I'm always open to, you
Yeah.
know, hearing some other strategies that other people are doing out there in the area. So,
Yeah.
no, I mean, this one doesn't look bad as a rental. I mean, it has,
No, it would be an easy rental.
yeah, like, I mean, it looks like it's rent
It
ready
would
right
be a
now.
good rental.
Yeah, it's not up to like, you know, per se, you know, what 2023 standards, but I mean, as a rental, it's ready to do that.
Right.
So
yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah,
would kind of be the play
it'd
on
be
it.
move-in ready. She's had the carpets cleaned. She's done, you know, she's done as much as she can physically and personally do
Yeah.
on it, you know. So.
Is she currently living there still, or she already moved her things out?
Oh no, she's still living there.
Okay, got you. Okay. So I was wondering, I was like,
still there, and she's been. I really was, wasn't sure how this was going to work out.
yeah,
Because she sleeps late, and it's like there for a while she wasn't getting up until like 11 or 12, and I was like, Nikki, you can't do that. If we're gonna have to show the house, you gotta. So now she makes it a point to be up and around and moving by 9 or 10.
there you go.
So, but if you want to go see it, we can sure schedule you in there to go look at it.
No, absolutely, I would love to. So I mean, I'm not too far away from Burleson. Well, actually, I am. I lied. I definitely am. I'm pretty far. This Burleson is kind of down there in Fort Worth. But no, I can definitely take a trip out there sooner or later. I really just wanted to kind of know what was kind of going on with it. But I mean, it seems like it's just taking a toll with the market shift and everything.
Right now,
Exactly.
just the market.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the house. I think it's a good, cute little house.
Yeah. And honestly, I think you can understand the same perspective as like, you know, coming from an investor, like, you know, we're kind of with the market the way it's going, you know, it's harder to purchase properties at listed or at asking price just because it hasn't make sense for us, you know, doing the rental rates and stuff like that. So I hate kind of, you know, doing the low ball cash offer, but it makes it easier when the agents like you kind of understand the reasoning behind it, you know.
Right. I can tell you, her garage is full of crap. And it's going to take her at least 30 days to move.
So she probably need a lease back.
We did have an offer that was decent, but they needed to move in 2 weeks. And there was no way.
I mean, if she needs help moving it, I would
physically cannot do that.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind helping her move. I definitely wouldn't helping her.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's an easy problem solver.
Think about what you say because you have not seen
It's like
the garage.
it's gonna take a few days.
Oh, honey, it's gonna take every bit of 30 days.
I got some family out there. We might have to make it like a family thing.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So what I'm thinking is, you know, she's already taken down 240, and to be fully transparent, I don't know if I can even come up past 240. I'll definitely be probably below 240, and you can kind of understand why. But what I do is, but what I can do is we can kind of match her 299 price, right? If we're open to doing things a little bit more creatively on how we get there and still getting you paid.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, is that something that we can kind of talk about and dive into?
Maybe.
Okay. So I'm open to doing the 299. I am. And so what is her next kind of move? Like, what is she planning on doing afterwards? Like, is she moving in with her daughter, or is she getting a new house, or what's the plan?
She doesn't have a plan yet.
She don't have a plan yet. She just throwing it out there and seeing what she gets.
She's gone from I'm gonna buy an RV and live, use the RV and live in it and move around and travel and things. And then she started sending me stuff that she's like, no, I think I just want like a 2-bedroom, but I want out of Johnson County just because I'm tired of living here.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. So we don't really have a set plan yet. I mean, she's got all these things going around in her head, but I think until she gets a contract, then we're going to scramble.
Okay. No, that makes total sense.
Like that feeling on what she's going to do.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense.
It's June. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I had a seller that actually wanted to do the same thing. She wanted to just buy an RV and tour. She was going through like a divorce, and so she just wanted to let go of the house and get an RV and just tour. She wanted to go to Utah, Las Vegas, just tours. I was like, hey, that don't sound like a bad idea, especially the way the market's going. Honestly, just live and ride. So what we did with her, her was actually the same situation. Like I couldn't come to her cash offer price to kind of meet that, but we kind of did well, we did a sub two deal. So I ended up taking over her mortgage that she had right now. And then I just paid her the equity that she had left in it. So I ended up getting her like what was it, $15,000 down, and then she got the rest of the equity paid over time. So she's getting monthly payments while she's on the road just driving. So I wonder if we can probably work something out like that with her, with Vicky, right?
Yeah, and she only owes like 50,000 on it.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so I mean, in that case, I mean, yeah, me taking over that, and then her, so in her equity at that point is what, like 250?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, how much of that is she wanting up front of it to kind of get her RV or get her two bedroom?
Yeah,
And that's another conversation. This is an idea.
So that she has the money to put down on whatever she wants to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that she will go for that because I know she was wanting to pay cash or whatever she did.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this is honestly just in case the cash offer doesn't come her way, and this is just another backup offer. So yeah. I mean, if anything, I could try to get enough money where she can get that RV or that home and put money down on there, and also have some money coming in monthly, so she don't have to worry about that. That's just another opportunity that we can have. Another option she can have. It doesn't, sell in the time period that she's wanting. And then of course, like she don't have to take care of your commission. That would come from my side. Okay. So I know that's probably a conversation you probably need to have with Vicky. So I'm gonna follow up with you guys to kind of see where that idea would be at, and I'll let you get to that courthouse auction sale with your husband to figure out what he bought.
I'm running errands now. I just executed a contract this morning, so I got to go home and execute this one and get copies out to everybody on another house. So
okay. Oh, actually, Kathy, while I still have you, I actually have a property out. Actually, I have two in Fort Worth. So, are you dealing with like mainly sellers or buyers too?
Both.
Both, awesome. So what
now I've got listings. I've got 3 listings right now that I've got, and then like I said, my husband's a builder, so I do our stuff as well. And then, but yeah, I've got like on this deal, I've got the buyers and the sellers on the one I did this morning. So it's just random. It's random. All of mine is all word of mouth and mostly people that just know me.
Yeah. And that's honestly the best way to get started in real estate because I mean it's free marketing, right?
Yep.
So what I'm thinking is like I have 2 properties out in Fort Worth area and I'm needing buyers. And it's mainly the buyers that that aren't able to qualify for the bank loans. That because just because it's so strict right now, a lot of people are not being, they're getting disqualified from the banks and they still want to be homeowners. So that's the kind of opportunity I'm presenting to them. So they can still, own their house and just go through me and do owner financing that way. So I mean, I'm honestly flexible with the down payment, honestly, and it really just kind of best fits to see if like somebody is able to make the enough monthly payments to kind of make it work out. So and then of course paying I'll be paying partial on the buyer side. So that's the only caveat on my side. So I'm giving 2,500 from my side to the buyer's agent, and then the rest of it will come from the buyer to pay the rest of their agent how much ever they're kind of wanting as a commission. Okay. But it's just another opportunity because usually if they can't qualify for a loan, they're not really good for business for you, right? So I mean, I'm just creating another avenue so those buyers can actually still own a home and still get you paid.
Okay. Well, let me text you my email.
Okay. And I'll send
anything or addresses for me to look at.
Yeah, I'll send all that over to you. Actually, I have all that. Okay. All right, Kathy. You have a great one. Okay.
Okay. You too.
All right. Bye. Cool. So I mean, Kathy was pretty cool. Kathy was pretty dope. Hey Damien, do you use a flat percentage of ARV to calculate your buy price? No, no, I don't. I go based off. I kind of go all the way digging in. So whenever I'm comping, here, let me actually. How do I? Cool. So yeah, do I use a flat percentage of ARV when I'm calculating my buy price? I don't. So what I do is I go a little more at the depth. So I'll put my flipper hat on or my buy and holder hat on, and I'll actually go through what makes actually sense for like me to buy if I was the one buying it. So if I'm wholesaling to somebody, I always do that because you have to it has to make sense for them at the end of the day. And that's if you know kind of what you're doing as far as the repair costs. Everything's kind of up in the air, honestly. If you're not like a I never done a flip before, so I'm not gonna say like I know exactly how much things cost to renovate or things to make up for or anything like that. But it's better. It gives you a better number to kind of go based off of if you actually go into the renovation, into like buyers are gonna have to do renovation. They're gonna have to do resale costs. They're gonna have to pay their own agent. They're gonna have to do closing costs. They're gonna have to get hard money loans. They're gonna do all that kind of stuff. So you have to take all that to into account whenever you're kind of doing your numbers for wanting to wholesale a property, whether it be to a fix and flipper or to a buy and holder. So that's a good question. You can use that as a idea to like, oh, this kind of number I need to be around. But if you really want to kind of get like zoned in, just gave me an idea. No, what's up, Diego? Yeah, so if you definitely if you want just a basic idea to quickly run your numbers, yeah, you can use like I know people use 70%. Nowadays, with the market the way it is, you might go to 60%. It really just depends on what kind of market you're in and kind of based off what numbers you're seeing being sold. Um, is if you're using software like Privy, like they actually have kind of those percentages out there for you. That you can kind of compare the numbers and stuff like that. But yeah, you can use 70. I don't particularly use it that way anymore, but I did start off that way, so it is a good way to start off. So good question, good question. Cool. So Kathy was a good caller. I liked her. She was cool, and I feel like she'll find me more business. So I gotta make sure I email her and save her number. Kathy. And Kathy is basically like her and her husband are investors. Does Sub two micro flip creative deals, or is that more of an Astro method? Um, no. You can definitely micro flip. Absolutely. And let me see if let me kind of actually. Do you want to be up here? I don't know if it's Taylor and Michaela that's talking, so I can kind of better. Actually, let me see who this is first. Hello.
Hi, this is Cindy Salinas. I'm returning a call.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was the name one more time?
It's Cindy Salinas. It's regarding
Cindy. Yes, Cindy.
listing
Cindy.
on Briley.
Yes, absolutely. Let me go back to that property. I've been making a few calls. But yeah, from what I kind of remember about it, I thought. Let me go back to it before I say it because I don't want to lead you astray. What was the? It was Briley, right?
Yeah, 6520 Briley Drive.
Where is that property at?
It's in West Virginia.
No. I'm sorry, not you. I'm looking on my scroll, and I'm trying to figure out where the property is. I just saw it. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Let me go back.
No problem.
How's your
Mr. Call, I was with a client.
Oh no worries. I understand. You're out there making money, so I can't blame you for that. Right? How's your New Year's going?
It's
It's just going, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here, 6520, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, definitely beautiful property. Yeah, so I'm an investor, so I was looking at it, and if you checked a few of my boxes, it does look like it could use some updating, but it looks like it's rent ready to me,
Okay.
So I'm looking at it maybe as a rental, or maybe it could be a flip. It just kind of depends on where we can kind of get it. But my main curiosity was what kind of had it sitting on the market for a little bit? Was it just the change in market, or was it some of the sellers didn't want to like the offers, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it was during the holidays, and then the interest rates are still high. So the comps in the area, if you'll see, most of them have been sitting for a couple of months. So the sellers are not in a hurry. They own the property outright. So whatever money they make on this, they want to put into their new home down by Houston, because that's where their daughter and future grandbaby live.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so that's the thing. I just there's not a ton of wiggle room, like, because I'm also an investor, so I know the math has to work
Exactly.
for it to be worth your while. Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to accept an offer.
Yeah, that's not the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's so great that like you understand that, because a lot of times I feel like I had to educate these agents,
Yes.
and I'm an agent myself, so I get it. They didn't teach us this in real estate school,
Right.
so I get it. So I'm so happy that you understand that, and that just helps me not waste each other's time. But I definitely want to see kind of what the opportunities were, and
Yeah.
to see what we can do.
Your call.
No, absolutely. And just out of curiosity, are you in the Fort Worth area?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually needing some help actually out there. I do have 2 properties that I am looking for buyers on. Do you work with buyers as well?
Yeah.
Awesome. So these particular buyers are the buyers that that aren't able to per se qualify for loan, or they're just they whether it be credit or whatever the case is, they need a fix. These are going to be wrap properties. Are you kind of familiar with those?
Yeah, I thought we weren't allowed to do those anymore.
No, in Texas, it's just certain regulations that you have to have, and make sure the deed actually goes to the buyer's name, and that way it makes it actually you can do it. You can only do like 4 within a year according to Dodd-Frank, but those are it's per LLC. It's a whole bunch of kind of technicalities that you have to look out for, but lease options are not allowed in Texas. So that's where the deed will still stay in my name, but this deed would actually go in the buyer's name.
Could you text me those addresses? I do have a couple of buyers who are working to get more buyer ready.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to forward the addresses to them and see if that's something they're interested in.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. And I'll make sure that so being transparent on this one, so I'm paying the buyer's agent $2,500, and then the rest of their commission will kind of be paid from the buyer, if that's okay with you.
Well, I mean, just whatever gets my buyer into a home.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna send these over to you. This is your direct number, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and text those addresses over to you, and I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So I gotta make sure I send Kathy rat buyer info. One thing I do want to stress out, guys, make sure you're always transparent, and when it comes to commissions, and that goes with wholesalers, it goes with buyers, it goes with agents. Always be upfront and transparent with it, and get that out of the way, because that's always an uncomfortable conversation, especially when you're paying less than what you kind of ideally know that the other person's used to getting. So yeah, make sure you always set it up front. Back to your question about micro flipping creative deals. So yeah, so if you and it, I'm thinking in the fact of like if somebody has a creative deal and a buyer that has that wants to buy creative deals, you would JV with that wholesaler that has that creative deal and wholesale it together to the end buyer. If I'm saying that correctly, let me know if I am. Let me pull that up too. Is that kind of what you're talking about, ladies? It's Michaela. Okay, Michaela. Is that kind of what you're talking about, Michaela? I'm assuming that's kind of what you're talking about. And Taylor's watching too. How can you add us, or is it one person to come at a time? No, I can do both of you guys. I'm pretty sure I can do both of you guys. Here, how do I do that? Here, yeah, I'm gonna bring you. I can bring both of you guys up, but I'm gonna send. How do I do that? I'm still working out this thing. Okay, cool. And then if you guys sign into the StreamYard thing, I can pull you up on the screen. I think I can pull both of you guys up. And then you can ask your questions. And I would actually love to hear about, you guys' goals and journey so far, because you guys are kind of new to real estate investing. I just want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Cindy. Oh, let me save Cindy's number while I still have it. And let's say a wholesaler has a deal that is direct to seller and can't be wholesaled. Can't be wholesaled. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull you up on. I'm gonna have to pull you up on here to see what you mean by that. Let's talk about it, Cindy. Are you guys able to log onto the StreamYard link? Right there. Cindy DFW. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going though until I see you guys added on there. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We got Taylor. What's up, Taylor? I think you're muted though. And there's Kayla.
Hey.
There we go. Do you go by Mud Kayla or Kayla?
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you go by Mud Kayla or Kayla?
Michaela.
Michaela, okay.
But people call me Kayla. It's whatever.
Okay, I got you.
Hey,
Yeah.
can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. We can't see you.
Hey,
though.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm driving.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. But yeah, Kayla or Michaela, what kind of did you mean by the micro flipping on the creative dips? I feel like we're on the same page, but maybe a little bit, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we are some newbies, especially the creative side. So we come from Astro community. And so we're getting a lot of students even ask in general, how can Astro be able to JV more with sub 2? So like, let's say us as a wholesaler and we have, maybe a dead lead for us that you guys can kind of bring to life and be able to provide some options for the seller.
Yeah.
Are you able to tell us a little bit more on how that would work?
Absolutely. So, fun fact, I actually was an Astro student first. I don't know if did y'all even know that?
Yes, I think you recently told us, yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah. So I was an Astro student first, and I ran into a lot, like where that's why I ended up becoming a sub 2 student. It took like 2 weeks for me to do that. Because after I did like the first week of Astro flipping, which was great, I did like a deal like the first week, and I was like, dope, like I can do this. But then I could run into all these deals I didn't know what to do with, and I was like, who can help me? So I reached out to a sub 2 student, and he did like this wizard stuff talking to the agent and the seller. And I was like, bro, like how do you learn all this? He told me it was sub 2, and so like the next week I joined sub 2, and then it took off from there. So I definitely understand where y'all coming from. So yeah, so in that sense, I always would a lot of times that what I did at that point when I wasn't really I didn't understand sub 2 as soon as I got it. So what I did is I would kind of pass it along, and I would JV with sub 2 students a lot of the time. So I would say, to the agents, to the sellers, this cash offer looks like it's not gonna be a good fit for you guys, but we do buy properties another way, and just doing more creatively. And they kind of say like, a lot of times back then they say, what is that? Or what do you mean by that? And then I kind of ask them, well, does this seller have a mortgage or is this paid off? And then they'll say a lot of times they say this have a mortgage attached to it. And then I was like, well, in this case, we can potentially take over their payments and then pay them their equity. That way they get the full price of their home. and that way they don't have to skim any off the top, and they get the full value. At that point, it's just how much do they want to walk away with right now, and how much are they willing to take over time. And I kind of addressed at that point. I was like, I'm not the expert in this. My partner is the expert, and I'll pass it on to people like who do I always talk to? Brandon, a whole bunch of substitute students I kind of connected with early on. I say, I'm not the expert on it, but I can connect with my partner. When's a good time to kind of schedule a follow up so we can go more into depth about, this is a good option for your seller. That usually worked like, 7 out of 10 times. I mean, to be honest, some of them were like, no, that's not a good option for them. And the only reason they said no is because I wasn't good at communicating or explaining it to them. And they were so confused about it. So they're always going to say no when they're confused. So I just had to keep practicing that and practicing. And I was stumbling over my words when I first started it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't come out as clear as kind of what I said now, but just kind of telling like, you're not the person to talk to about it. Let me set up a call for somebody to kind of break it down to you. So that way, like whenever they explain it to them, they're more that confidence is kind of gone out to them, and they can feel more comfortable with like, speaking about it and educating that agent or the seller about whatever kind of terms they're talking about. But that's a good way to JV. So in that sense, it's I mean, usually wholesalers don't get paid that much whenever they do it that way, just because like if the person's setting up the structure in the deal, they're only gonna pay the wholesaler maybe like 2,500, maybe 3,000, maybe not even that much to be honest. So if once you kind of get comfortable with kind of understanding like how down payment works and how to extend create basically how to do terms and make it fit for like a creative buyer. Once you kind of understand that, you can start inputting your wholesale assignment fee into that what they call the entry fee. And it's like 7. If you guys know what that is?
Yes, we're following. Jabs kind of gave us like a little
Perfect.
bit of his breakdown.
Yeah, no, so
Yeah.
so exactly. So you would input your assignment fee in that third slot as assignment fee, and that whole entry fee cost will be how much that buyer is buying it for. So based off that, it depends on what buyer it is at that point. Like some buyers don't even like buying for cash flow; they'll just buy for depreciation. Some people buy for just because it's in that area, or it just depends at that point. Cash flow, depreciation, there's a whole bunch of reasons. Appreciation, a whole bunch of reasons why people buy properties when it gets creative. But that's a good way that you can like. And so what I was assuming when you said microflip was, say that you, Kayla, had a deal that was already set up creatively that you set up already, and then you just didn't have a buyer for it. And then say that Taylor came and said, "Oh, I have a buyer that buys creative deals," and that one sounds like something they would buy, and they would come in and y'all would JV and get that assignment fee and split it. You can definitely do that.
Okay, perfect. Long
Yeah.
as that person already has kind of pitched terms with the seller.
Exactly. As long as you already have your
Gotcha.
assignment into the deal, and when you already know what you're selling it for, at that
Mhm.
point you have to find a buyer. So if someone else is helping you find the buyer, you got some JV and then split the assignment fee for that.
Okay, cool. And I know that that's actually news to me that you're a licensed agent. Do you
Yeah.
feel like having MLS access is really like really important, or do you kind of, because I noticed you still use Privy, so
Yeah. I honestly don't even use my MLS access anymore. I like Privy a lot better just because it's simpler in a sense,
Okay.
and it gives me a lot more information faster. Like I don't have to run comps. Like the comps are
Yeah.
already there. Like just scroll up. It gives me good comparables. It gives me solds, all that like right there in front of me. Yeah, I like Privy. And I know a lot of agents that say the same thing. Like they like using Privy more than MLS. And
Really?
it gives me
Okay.
like a whole bunch. Like, it gives me not only this Dallas is so or Texas is so big. We have different MLSs in different counties.
Yeah.
So like I can't get access to Houston like I can do in Dallas, or same thing as Austin and San Antonio and all those kind of places that have different MLSs. So Privy gives me access to all the Texas kind of what they can. They give me access
Yeah.
to all those kind of areas on a better than Zillow does. Same thing
Okay.
with Florida because I'm licensed in Florida too, but Florida kind of has the same thing with different MLSs in different areas. Those you can actually kind of access those. But like if I want to kind of market anywhere else, or I mean, I can use Privy and the whole They'll probably get the whole US pretty soon, but I like using Privy. It's just easier to use, and it's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff is at my fingertips at that point.
Okay, cool. And I have one last
No,
question
go
for
ahead.
you. I know that in Sub 2, you guys use so many different strategies. So this may be a prime question, prime corporate, but do you guys use only one LLC for a lot of y'all's creative deals, or do you have multiple depending on the strategy you're using?
Yeah, so I have multiple depending on the strategy I'm using. So for
Mhm.
these two wrap properties, so yeah, I'll put these into a different LLC once that happens. So we acquired it in one LLC. So I have one LLC that acquires properties, and
Mhm.
then I'll probably quick claim it to like another LLC that I know that's actually going to hold that those type of properties. So all the wrap properties have an LLC, all the rentals have an LLC, all the flips, all the Airbnbs. It just makes things easier whenever you're doing capex expenditures and managements and taxes, stuff like that. It just kind of makes everything kind of more smoothly for like the bookkeepers and people running those kind of numbers for you.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I suggest doing it. If you don't, it's not like it's the end all be all. It just kind of makes things more organized for you if you
Okay.
different LLCs for each one.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
I have
Thank
a
you so
question
much.
as well.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Um, so I know like you were in Astro for a point in time, so you kind of
Hmm.
like obviously you get that, and now you're in Sub 2. When you were like looking for leads, like what was the most effective way for you? Because I know like it differs for everybody. So like, did you do like probate lists in different
Yeah.
counties, or did you, find realtors that had off market deals coming up? What was more effective for you, and what brought in the most traction?
Yeah, so when I first started, I was broke. Like I had just got fired from my job for no reason. And like so I was like I only had like 3 months reserves for rent only and food. And so like I had to figure out like how to do it without like the least money as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
I was on Google and I don't suggest this way at all. I was on Google typing in wholesaler websites. And I was trying to JV their deals they posted on their website, and I don't know how I got like two deals from them because they already
Mm-hmm.
squeezed like everything out of it. But that's how I started. So I started with the freest way. So I called wholesalers, I called agents, I called what else? I don't think I started pulling lists until like maybe 3 months later or maybe 2 months
Mm-hmm.
later. And even that, I didn't even pull my own list. I was working for one of the hedge funds actually. One of the hedge funds would he wanted off market leads, so he would pull the what list did he pull? He pulled absentee owners and pre foreclosures. That was just the list he wanted to kind of go towards, and I would cold call for him and get those lists and do all that kind of stuff. So I feel like working for somebody is one of the easiest ways because he didn't really teach me as much as I knew, but he kind of introduced me into investing, and so it made me more
Mm-hmm.
curious to kind of figure out what all investing is and stuff like that. And kind of got the ball rolling for me, but. Um, at the end of the day, it was really just me hitting the phones, whichever way I could, whether it be through, pulling lists, or if it was just through Google calls, or if it was just through anything. I was just hitting the phones,
Mm-hmm.
calling people. So, I started off cold calling a lot. That was just it. Just kind of, I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
started using scripts. I started doing all that kind of stuff, and then it was
Okay.
just, yeah.
Okay, also like working with you possibly
Mhm.
in the future. I know like everybody differs as well. Like would you prefer us to, for you specifically, would you rather
Mhm.
us like already have pitch terms to the seller?
Um,
Would you
no.
rather come in and do it?
Yeah, I would come in and do it just so I can see where they're at. I mean, if you do, there's nothing wrong with that. I would just need to know what they are. That way I can kind of see what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind coming in there like straight, just telling that, if they're open to it, let's talk about it. The only thing I
Okay.
really just ask is a lot of people say that the sellers or agents are open to it, but then they're really
Mm-hmm.
not. Like they just say it
Gotcha.
and they think they're open to it, but they're really not. So only thing I ask is say like make sure that the agent and the seller are actually open to hearing terms and talking about it. Even if it doesn't go through, at least they're willing to have that conversation to see what we can do to get
Mm-hmm.
to that point. Because at the end of the day, really, it's like whatever the seller is needing at that point, or whether they need to do. Um, with their money because it may not be the best option for them to do creative. But as long as
Gotcha.
they're open to hearing it, then we can kind of go somewhere.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I just want to make sure.
We
All right. Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Absolutely. No,
Thanks.
thank you guys.
Definitely.
And while I still have you guys, what are you guys' goals for this year?
It's funny you asked that. One of our biggest goals was to get our first deal by the end of January, and with the help of Sub 2 community, we are actually going to be hopefully getting our first deal and meeting that goal. So that
Awesome.
is definitely something we're excited
Yeah.
about. So we're just like super
Awesome.
grateful for all of you guys and just learning from all of you.
No, absolutely. That's awesome. Cool. And where can everybody find you guys? You guys are pretty popular.
You can hit us up on Instagram. We love to connect with you
Yes.
guys. My name is KAA Thomas on IG.
Cool. And you can
And
always go ahead
mine
and throw it in the chat
is
too.
Oh, for sure.
okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, guys. And
Yes. Thank
you
you.
ladies are great. And yeah, we'll definitely do deals together. So let me know. And if anybody can add value to you guys, like what can somebody do?
Send us deals.
Yeah, we're based in
So that
Dallas,
we
so
can
we'll
help out.
definitely, yeah, we're
Yes.
definitely based in Dallas. So pretty excited
Cool.
about coming out to that event this weekend.
Cool. Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely be
Yes.
there.
Oh, for sure. All
Okay.
right, we
See you guys.
appreciate you
See you
again.
then.
All right, no problem. Have a good day.
All right.
Cool.
You
All right.
too. Thank you.
Cool. All right, cool. So, we met at the Golden Ticket event. That was really nice. We met at the airplane. They're really dope. They're really dope people, and we didn't get to sit right next to each other. Cool. So let's hop back on these calls. I don't think. Let me see if anybody else called me back from then. I'm on a client call, Kathy, just a few minutes in jury duty. Okay, cool. So yeah, we can go and hop back in real quick. Kathy, or no, what's her name? Cindy got me off my.
I forgot what I said.
I don't know why Google be doing that. Kathy or Cindy got me off my thing. I don't even know where I was at. Don, Kathy, Chris. Leanne. Oh, Leanne, there's two properties out here? Oh, no, she has one. Melissa, I think was the next. Oh, let me see if anybody else had any questions. I think I may have skipped somebody's. Watching two. Victor, what's up, my man? I think that was everybody's question. I'll make sure I didn't skip anybody's question. All right, cool. So yeah, we're back at it. We're gonna start dialing agents again. We're gonna call Melissa Hernandez that has this Bedford property. Give her a quick ring. I don't think I've still haven't talked to an agent that they actually answered the phone the first time. It's been 10 agents. And I think that's a record. Actually, I know it's a record. Like that's never happened. Uh, 682-333-3150.
Hello?
Hey, Melissa, how you doing? This is Damien.
Hi, Damien. Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You're actually the first agent that actually answered the phone in like I think it was an hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
No, I'm just over here waiting on my clients to see this house, so I'm just a little bit early.
Oh no, I appreciate it. I won't keep you too long then. I know you have a listing out for a Crestview Drive.
Yeah, that actually went under contract today.
Oh well, congrats. And then
Thank you.
yeah. So I mean that's always a good thing because I know it's kind of been there for a minute, so that's a good thing to have. The market's kind of slow, so.
I know.
No, so I mean, then in that case, I'll be a great backup for you. So I mean, if anything goes wrong, how do you feel about the buyer?
Pretty good. And they're a strong buyer. They really loved the house. They're already pre-underwritten. I mean, they could even close in January, but we need it to close in February because we need to get time to get my sellers under contract with a new home.
Got you. Okay, cool, no problem then. Yeah, because I'm mainly coming from an investment side, so I know any retail buyer is definitely gonna be. I'll beat my my offer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's no problem. But if anything, I mean, keep me as a good backup, and I'll try to make it as competitive as possible.
Okay.
And actually, I mean, since I actually have, you're dealing with buyers, right? You are also dealing with buyers too, right?
Yeah. I have buyers as well.
So do you have any buyers that aren't able to qualify right now for any loans or anything like that?
I know one. He hasn't applied yet, but I know it's his income, so just him. I believe it's just him.
Okay.
All the other ones are pre-qualified already.
Okay. I actually have two properties out in the Fort Worth area that I'm looking to owner finance out. So, they don't have to go through like, bank financing or anything like that. If he's open to anything like that, I can definitely send you over those kind of those houses and addresses and terms and see if he's open.
Are they in North Richland Hills area?
No, they're one is by Forest Hill and the other one is by where's the other one by? It's losing my mind right now. I want to say White Settlement, but it's somewhere. It's another city that's closer. What's the other one by? I'm gonna say White Settlement because it's pretty near White Settlement. But the other one's in Forest Hill.
Yeah, that's just basically he wants to be within that area because of work, and that's where his wife goes to school as well. So
in North Richland Hills.
Yes, there's a TCC is out in that area.
Yeah, got you. Absolutely. Okay, and then honestly, I'll keep an eye out and see if I find anything, and then maybe we can meet at Minds there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You have a great one. I appreciate it, and congrats again on that contract.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Cool. So that one got under contract today. Let's go to the next one. Melissa, yeah, she's not gonna be any help. Another Open Door. Stay away from Open Door. Stacy White. These pictures are terrible. She couldn't be trying to sell this house like this. These pictures look like the seller took the pictures. And that might be why it hasn't sold. Yeah, and then her description is literally 2 sentences. That's probably why it hasn't sold. It's in Arlington too. Let's see, just out of curiosity. Oh, it's definitely on the market though. All right, so let's give Stacy a call. I feel like Stacy might be, I don't know. She didn't really give much description on the house, so I feel like she's not an investor. All right, let's give Stacy a call. She gave 2 sentences and terrible pictures.
Our call has been forwarded to.
Come on, Stacy. And guys, what I do a lot of the times or a lot of the time is I won't even comp the property, even if I know it's a fix and flip or whatever the case is, or need some work done to it.
Call has been forwarded.
I won't even comp the property yet because I just want to get in contact with the agent or the seller. I just want to see what opportunities are there, what they're looking for. Even if I have to propose like a cash offer, I'll do that. But I just need to understand that, like, what's the situation going on, because even if I do a cash offer, it's going to be a lot lower than probably what they're asking for, 9 times out of 10 times out of 10. And so, yeah, I like to just hear all the options they have before I actually comp it, because then I could be spending all my time comping and they're not even open to what I'm trying to do. So yeah. Actually, I forgot. What's this? Hello? Anyways, let me text Stacy because I actually kind of like that property. I was calling about the listing on. Oh. Just Dig, if you're still here, I just saw my partner's message saying that she's not gonna make it there. They're closed for 2 weeks, so they're not gonna be there till next week. Um, Dang, this is. I was calling about your listing on. Cool. Oh, yeah, this is a heap. Oh, it is only on the outside. Inside doesn't look as bad. That's terrible. This is probably why it hasn't got sold. Motive is I was about to remove all construction materials. Catherine Bankston. This might be an interesting phone call, guys. Might be an interesting phone call. Something that's going on with these sellers I don't know about. Detective Day. Are they from Colorado? What Colorado number?
Hello, this is Katie.
Hey, Katie, this is Damien. I was calling about your listing on Ashley Drive.
Oh yes, how can I help?
Yeah. So I was kind of wondering what's kind of going on. I saw it's been on the market for a little bit. I didn't know if there was something wrong or the market shift or what was kind of going on.
Are you interested in purchasing?
I am interested in purchasing.
Yeah, so they are they're in the process of moving, but they are going to be moved. They can't finish obviously until they sell their house. So they have to sell to buy.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha.
She's kind of in that. We kind of listed at a weird time, and when we listed, it's kind of when everything, the market shifted, and there was some new construction around them. So it just needs cosmetic updating. The house is in great shape.
Yeah.
It has really great bones, but it's just had one owner. All the major systems have been updated, including the roof within the last, all of that is less than 4 years old. So it just needs some cosmetic updates.
Okay, cool. So there's nothing per se really wrong with the structure or anything.
Oh, no, all of that's good.
Okay, cool then. That's the only thing I was really kind of worried about. I was like, this looks like the house has good bones and everything inside looks honestly up to speed. So I mean, so I'm calling it as an investor. So I'm looking at it as like a rental kind of property, right? So I was thinking, is there anything I need to worry about before I put some tenants in here, or is it everything kind of good? But it looks good from the inside.
Yeah, like I said, it could just use some updating because it's a single owner. So, it's an older couple. It's completely paid off. Um, and they took really great care of it. And everything, as you'll see, like some of the pictures in the yard, like the backyard is kind of cluttered. All of that will be removed when they move.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Perfect.
So it's just, one of those where there's other things that are more updated out there. So people, with the market shift, buyers have more options.
Yeah, exactly. I totally understand. Okay, so what's kind of getting stopping from getting it sold right now? What do you think it is? Do you think the pricing, or do you think it's just the what?
I do know price-wise, because they have to sell to buy, they are kind of specific on some of, on like what they'll accept, essentially. I can tell you that the price, they recently turned down a traditional financing for $236.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we are right now.
Gotcha.
Is they because they have to sell to buy, they kind of have their sights on being able to at least sell it for, I know being able to at least, if not sell at list price, get at least higher than 236 so that they have the opportunity to be able to buy something to move into.
Makes sense. Total sense. So they're really just trying to, focus on the future of where they're trying to put their money at, and they need that certain price to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. No worries. So, I mean, obviously as an investor, I'm looking at, with the interest rates going crazy the way they are right now, only reason I wouldn't be that high as the 230, what they're trying to get is just because of interest rates. I mean, I would be happy to give them what they are looking for as far as that. But with that being said, I mean, I can give them their what is it, 265 price, and I'm open to doing that. It's just we would have to kind of work that out more creatively to kind of get to that point.
If it has anything to do with owner financing, I know that is not something they'd be open to, just because they need to take the profits of the sale to be able to put it into purchasing the next place.
Okay, and then, are they taking all the profits to the next place?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. And so in that sense, it really wouldn't work that way. It was we actually just bought a property last week where we did the exact same thing. It was actually in Fort Worth on Bonnie Drive, not too far from this property, where the seller was looking to buy another property, and we provided the contract to their new lender, and they let them qualify for their new property, and we just gave them their down payment for the new property. But
since they're older,
yeah, they don't want to worry about
they're
that.
Just going to pay cash. They don't want a mortgage.
Makes sense.
So that's where the limitation is.
Yeah.
And even if it's not the full ask, if it's something even closer to like that 240 price point, I think you would still be in a good position if it was a cash offer.
Okay. So let me work my numbers on it. Let me see what I can kind of convert it to and see what we can do. And I'll try to present the best I can, and I'll send a backup offer just as a creative one, just in case they kind of want to see what it sounds like. Because I mean, I'm open to doing that too. I'll send both, and just let me know how that feels. But I do have another question for you. Is it Kathy, or do you go by Catherine?
Oh, it's Katie.
Oh, Katie. Okay. I saw Catherine, so I didn't know.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
Since that's my government name, that's what the real estate commission goes with. But
yeah.
Call me Katie.
Okay. Okay. So do you work with buyers as well?
I do.
Awesome. So I'm actually looking to offload 2 properties in the Fort Worth area. And these are probably properties that people can't really go to the bank and get qualifications from them, just because, like I said, the rates are going crazy for them, and it's making it harder for people to actually qualify for loans. So do you have anybody that's not able to qualify right now, that's kind of either working on their credit or whatever the case is, but have the money to actually buy a property?
You said they're in Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Would you be able to tell me location?
Oh yeah, I can give you all that. Yeah, I can give you all that. I can give you the terms, property.
I do have a list of, I would like, if you could send me that. I have a few different people that I could send it to today, and just they're kind of talking themselves into like, well, maybe I should rent again, and I'm like, no,
exactly, right? So, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you should never have to go through that. I'd rather make you a homeowner and just do it a little bit more creatively.
Yeah, so send those my way, and I'll get those sent out today to the people on my list as well.
Perfect. See, I knew it was a good call.
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to help in any way I can.
All right, I appreciate it so much, and you have a good New Year's too.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Do you have my email?
I do not. Let me go ahead and get that.
Okay. It is Katie, Katie, Bankston, Bankkston, realty@gmail.com.
Realty@gmail.com. All right, gotcha. And I'll go ahead and have it emailed over like in the next 10 minutes or so.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Cool. Just called you. Somebody else just called me back. Just call me. You get a moment. Hello, who is this? CJ with. Oh. So if you guys want to hear from a private money lender, again, this is not only agents calls. Like, I'm not only calling the agents. I'm calling to, what software do you? Let's see. What software do you use to pull up low equity lists? So, from what I've heard and what I have used before, you can use PropStream. Cool thing with PropStream is that they have a 7-day trial that you can use just to go ahead and pull the list real quick, and you can use that list probably for the next month or maybe 2 months. I definitely suggest them. That's the only software I know that you can pull low equity lists from. So cool. What kind of list are you calling? I'm calling properties that have been on the market 60 days plus in the DFW area. If I'm going to specifics, like 3-2 bed and bath and plus, 1970 year and newer, 1300 square foot and bigger in the DFW area. But it's basically been on the market for about 60 days plus. That's the list I'm calling. Didn't Jabs have a wrap in Northwoods? I have no clue. I'm sure he probably did. I don't know. Jabs, he probably did have a wrap out there. I could probably give him a call and see how you got that wrap. How you got the wrap buyer. Actually, I think I honestly did. I think I called him and Zach. But Zach had one in Houston. Let's see, Malachi. How do you deal with an agent that wants to put an offer in, that you want to put an offer in before they ask the seller what terms they would want? Let me make sure I read that right again. How do you deal with an agent that wants you to put in an offer before they ask the seller what terms? Yeah. So how am I dealing with the agent that wants you to put in the offer first before? So in that sense, I would actually do an LOI. What if I can show you guys an LOI? And I'll probably drop it in the chat. LOI. So LOI is a letter of intent. So what the letter of intent is basically, it's an outline of the contract, what the contract will look like before you actually put in all the language and contractual information and stuff into it and go through all that stuff. It's an easy way just to kind of get your terms out there, what you're willing to do, whether it be cash or creative. And it's just like a kind of formal way of an informal contract, if that makes sense. So that's typically what I would do if that kind of helps you out. But let me show you guys better than I can tell you. LOI, where my LOI be? See if I can show you guys one. LOI. Cool. Yeah, here's one. So how do I share my screen and show you guys? Share screen. I'm gonna share my screen after this call because this number called me twice. Hello?
Dana.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Hey, that's all right. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? I'm sorry. What would you remind me your name for me?
Stacy White.
Stacy White. Stacy, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. I'm blessed and busy. So,
So are you a buyer or are you an agent?
I'm both. It's a lucky day.
Oh, okay. Are
I
you
was
looking at this house for yourself?
Yeah, I am looking for this house as an investment property. I like the Arlington area a lot, and so I was kind of seeing what are the options and seeing what we can do to kind of buy this property. It looks like a beautiful property on the inside. Like it looks like it like no, it looks like nobody's even living here. It looks like.
No, it's vacant and it's completely remodeled, top to bottom, new carpet, new paint. They did it all.
Yeah.
It was previously a rental.
Mm.
But we started that thing at 385. We're down to 357.9 now.
Yeah.
So it's a fantastic price on that house, man. I expect with the reduction, which happened this morning,
Yeah.
that it'll go quick.
Yeah.
But they're tired of hanging around the market, so he said, let's just do the dang thing and get these contracts going. So,
Yeah. I was gonna say, why did he end up just waiting it out and just keeping it in a rental? He just was tired of being a landlord.
Yeah, kinda. They're missionaries.
Mm.
They're in Cambodia.
Oh wow.
And have been for decades. So they rely 100% on us for management, which is something my company does. And anyway, they had quite a few repairs in the last year. He said, you know what, it's just time. The market's up. Let's just redo the house and sell it. So we kind of handled the whole thing for him. And
yeah, and it was just the wrong time, honestly.
he said, we could pull it and wait on the market, couldn't we? I said, I don't think that's going to help anybody. So anyway, that's why we did the reduction. He's ready to sell.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I definitely want to get him there. I like the property a lot. The only thing is, obviously you're in property management, so you get the investor property management, rental side, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just tough for me. The only challenge is, me getting out a loan to kind of get the asking price he's going for is not going to leave much room for me to have cash flow. And I wish I could get him that price he's wanting. So it's obviously I'm gonna come in a little bit, probably a lot bit lower than what he's asking for his asking price. Going cash wise though. So I do cash, and in the other way, I kind of do things more creatively to kind of get the sellers what they're looking for as far as the asking price, and kind of taking that load off as far as the cut. If they're open to kind of doing something like that.
No, and I don't want to tell you he's hard line, but I will tell you this is our second reduction. Started at 385, so he's going to want to try to get close to this price.
Yeah.
Now, however you work that's entirely up to you. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at. I kind of doubt that he would go much under what he has it at right now, and I wouldn't suggest he does. They put a lot of money into the house.
Absolutely.
About $20K. So anyway.
And did you say this one was already paid off for them?
Anything at this point,
Yeah. Did you say this one was already paid off for them?
Did I say what?
I said, did you say this one was already paid off for them? Or was that somebody else?
Don't believe it's. I'm not sure. I'd have to check actually.
Okay. I may have just been picking up something from a different call.
Paid off or not normally? That's a real good question though.
Yeah, because what I'm doing is, the thing is, I can get them that 357 price. I can do that, but the thing is, the way to get them that, I have to do it more creatively to kind of get them to that price.
Okay. Well, I can find out if they still have a mortgage.
Yeah, because if we can do that, we can still take care of your commission and get them the 358 that they're looking for, and work that kind of out.
Okay. Yeah. Let me find out, and I'll shoot you a text.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Okay, man.
All right, Stacey, thanks for the call back.
You bet. Thanks, David.
All right. All right, cool. So, Stacy, this is Arlington property I actually wanted, so I think that might work out. But back to like I was saying with Malachi and the LOI. Cool. Let's go back to that one. Okay. Yeah, so let me see if I can share my screen so you guys can see this. Screen share. Hope this works. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so this is the LOI, and the LOI is basically looks like this. So this is if I was doing a cash offer. It just states like the address, the date, kind of gives a little formal kind of introduction about your LLC or your business or whoever you want to put in there. You really honestly can delete this part if you really don't want it. You can keep it. You can delete all this if you really want to. You can keep it straight to the point and just say, "Hey, here's the buyer's name, the address." You can even delete this if you really want to. It's kind of a little fluff in there just to make yourself more formal. But if you're getting straight into it, here is the address, the purchase price, the funding, how you're going to fund it, cash or hard money, proof of funds to be included, mutual execution date. It kind of gives you the whole outline of like how the contract would be written up, basically, so it can be something you can present in front of them. Same thing with creative. So I think the question was with creative. Same thing with creative. So you're doing the same kind of outline. Seller carry is the funding type, down payment, balloon interest, all that stuff is included. Just giving them a brief outline of what you're going to be doing. You can email this to them and kind of give them an outline of what you're doing. Cool. And I'll share that with you guys too. Let me find out. Cool. Where is it at? Make sure you guys copy that, please, and don't use that one. Make sure you copy it. Cool. Diego, or I think I'll maybe exclude somebody's question before I go Diego's. Oh no, that was it. So if let me go put this question up because I cannot read on the side. If an agent wants to move on with a sub to and talk to it about their client, they agreed but want an offer before giving any info like a current mortgage statement, what would you do? Oh, never mind. And then I saw your comment. Never mind. Okay, cool. Cool. So yeah, LOI. LOI is the answer. Let me save Stacy's number real quick and also save Kathy's number. Stacy DFW. And also Katie, sorry, I keep saying Kathy, DFW. And then somebody else called me. CJ, this is a private money lender. So let's talk to the private money lender, see what he's talking about. Why can't I call him back? That's weird. There we go.
Hey, how you doing, Damien?
Hey, CJ, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good.
Sorry about that. I was hanging up on a call.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. How's everything going?
Everything's going good. Everything's going good. So yeah, the reason I was reaching out, Kevin was telling me that you may be interested. Is that correct?
I'm sorry. You kind of cut out the end.
Oh yeah, I said the reason I was reaching out. Kevin told me that you may be interested in getting a quote. Is that correct?
A quote in what exactly?
Like a for a loan for like real estate for like refi or purchasing a property.
Well, I was looking. So, is this from LinkedIn?
Yes, yep.
Okay. So yeah, I was more. I didn't know if you guys were doing more of like, it seemed like all kind of lending. So I was kind of looking more for like private money lending or like second position lending or third position, not third, but probably like second position lending.
We lend. Second position is tougher for us to get done.
Yeah.
Is it a investment property?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, tell me a little bit about the scenario.
So I mean, it really depends on the scenario. So I mean, I come across properties all the time, and I'm always looking for different sources of funding. So I don't have to use my own money, obviously. So I'll go to either private money lenders or different resources I would have to kind of to figure out what their cost of debt would be at to kind of get the project funded. And so if I'm coming to per se, are you guys like like lenders, or do you guys kind of work with lenders and kind of work that way?
Yeah, lenders. So like we lend money. Usually we want to be in the first position. The only time we'll do second position if it was a refi and you wanted to get the equity out of the house, but you wanted to keep the loan, then we'll jump on second position in that scenario. But
I can do that too. Yeah, I can do that. So you guys are keeping the first position mortgage in place and just like doing like a HELOC?
Yeah. Oh. That'll be the only time we'll jump on second position.
What are your HELOC rates looking like?
We actually don't do a lot of them. I gotta double check with my team and see what those rates are like. Everything. I can text you that information.
Yeah, that's no worries. So yeah, I was that's what I was kind of mainly looking for, like kind of just different position mortgages that you guys kind of have. Where do you guys kind of lend at, like everywhere or in?
You said what?
I said, where do you guys kind of lend at? Is it everywhere nationwide or is it specific states?
We do all 50. No, we do all 50 states. So yeah, we do lend in all 50 states.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll definitely keep that in mind. Do you guys do I don't even know the acronym. It's like DSCR.
Yeah, we do DSCR as well. But if we do DSCR, we want to be on first.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's understandable. So let me ask you this, CJ. How do you guys feel about if you guys are in first position and say that I have a seller that's willing to carry per se like 40% of the seller price?
That's cool. I mean, this is what we do for first. So we allow for second position. The only thing is, like, let's say you want to purchase a property, right?
Yeah.
Let's say we go up to 80% because the highest we do is 80%. So let's say we go 80%, right?
Yeah.
Well, the most that we allow the second position to do is an additional 10%. We want the borrower to at least have 10%, just because what we've noticed is if the borrower has some skin in the game, it's usually a better investment. You know what I mean? It's usually a better investor. It's a better investment. Does it make sense?
Yeah. So no, absolutely.
Allow the second lien, we just won't allow them to complete out the whole thing. Like we won't allow the second person to bring the full 20%.
Okay. So in this sense, I would bring like say, so let's just do example. So if I was needing like a 70% loan from you guys, and say that I actually to closing, I bring the other 30%. I bring it to closing, and we close on it, and we're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then say like a week later, I end up the seller ends up giving me that 30%, and I put them as a second position on the loan for giving me that 30%.
At the end of the day, I mean, after you have the loan, I mean, it's your loan.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like we don't necessarily like track all of that after the loan was all said and done. But
yeah.
During the loan, we allow the seller to do an additional 10. Like if we do 80, we allow the second position to go up to 90%. We want 10% to come from the borrower. So that's our rules. Like that's our structure.
Okay, that's cool then. So yeah, I mean, I can do that. So to closing, I would bring that to the table, and then we would close on that, and then I would just wait till after the fact, and then we'll kind of work that on the back end.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. So I'll definitely I don't think do you mind sending me your information and everything so I can take a look at it, and maybe we can do something here soon.
Yeah, definitely. I'll text you right now.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
All right. Bye. Cool. All right, cool. You want to make an offer? Oh, you're talking about that 805. Okay, so actually, why not? Dig, are you still here? I can bring you up real quick. If you want to hop onto that thing. Um, I can make a quick thing with that thing real quick. Using that thing. That property we talked about yesterday. Yeah, but the property we talked about yesterday. Kind of give me an update as far as what happened. I kind of forgot what we last left off at about that one. 'Cause I know something changed with the arrears, or something was off. Cool, 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 cool. And I'll wait on Diego, and then see if anybody else had any questions. Cool, cool, cool. No problem, guys. I'm glad you guys like the LOI. All right. Going to take this off too. All right. Ashley, I did that one. Actually, let me write the address down real quick before I forget it. 1944 Ashley Drive. Carla. It's a nice little home. I'm actually call them real quick, probably before I put Diego on. Do another call real quick. I went through about 10 agents that didn't even answer the phone. What? Cannot find Carla's information. Oh, there we go. She's from Austin. Again, if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and throw them in the chat. Any comments, any if you guys want to have a deal talked about and break down and see what the options are, comp it, all that, we can do all that right now. Hello?
Please leave your message.
That was weird. That's weird. I don't know what's going on with that phone. It took a day and night picture. There's no change in it. Wait, I'm like, they took no pictures inside? Okay. All right, let's give Karen a call. And her name is spelled really unique. All right, bet. Let's go and give Karen a call.
Weathington team, this is Laura.
Hey, Laura. I was calling about the I don't know how to say this name of the street. Chisholm.
Oh, Chisholm Trail?
Yeah, Chisholm. Or yeah, is it the 5?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Are you the listing agent on this one? I saw it was Karen. I didn't know. Is it?
Yes, me and Karen both.
Okay, awesome, cool. So yeah, no, I was honestly looking at this one and checked a lot of my boxes, and I was kind of looking at purchasing it, but I was hoping you can tell me a little bit more about it. I was kind of wondering what had it kind of sitting a little bit. Was it something going on with it, or something with the sellers?
Whenever during the holidays, everything slowed down quite a bit, so that was the majority of the reason.
Yeah.
You know, so, but it has a huge shop in the back, which is really unheard of, you know, inside the city. So it has a big shop in the backyard, and the garage has been converted to a second living area, but that way you don't lose that garage space, you know, in the back. So
I'm trying to find out that picture you're talking about the back. Are you saying a shop or a shot?
shop, so like a workshop, and it is
Oh.
20 by 40, so it's pretty nice.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought that was like a whole nother house.
Yep, it's a shop back there, so it's got electricity in it too.
What did they have going on there?
And right now they're just using it for storage. He used it for a little bit of, you know, kind of a hobby kind of stuff, but
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
can
cool.
park your car in there and do crafting or whatever. So
That's
Yeah,
not
so
a bad
two
idea. That's
living-
pretty cool. Okay.
yeah, two living areas, and we had it measured since they enclosed that garage, and it's 1790 square feet.
Huh.
The house is.
Yeah, you
So-
can do some. So I'm an investor mainly, so it kind of brings up a lot of ideas that I can possibly do with that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's awesome. Okay. I mean, just out of curiosity, what do you think kind of has it sitting for a while, other than like kind of the market shift? Is it the sellers are they not getting good offers right now, or?
No, I really think it was the time of year because a lot
Okay.
of our listings were that. I mean,
Yeah.
it really honestly was that, I think. So
Yeah, but I see they did like a slight reduction, so it looks like they're not really trying to go far from that price that they have it at right now.
right.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know how investors are. I mean, with the rates going the way they are, it's kind of putting pressure on us to kind of, bid at a lower rate than we would like, just to make it cash flow. And so I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm trying to see all the possibilities that we really can do with this kind of property. So I mean, I like it from the inside out. I like it. It has good bones to it. I mean, it's not something I can see myself fixing or flipping. I probably would just make it a rental and just try to make something work with it, right? So my thing is, if I'm coming in with cash, I'm probably coming in a lot lower than what they're asking for, and that's just the market that I'm trying to do it in. But I would like to kind of come up to like where they're at that 289. If we can kind of do things more creatively to kind of get to that point.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
I would send over something, and then we'll present anything to the seller.
awesome. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I'll definitely do that. So Laura, let me make sure I have your email. That's a good email.
Sure, it's the same as Karen's. It's the kweathington.team at
K.
gmail.com.
Okay, and you said Weathington.team
Yes, at gmail.com.
at gmail.com. Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead and send over what I'm looking at as far as doing things probably a little bit more creatively and still take care of you guys' commission on my side, and let's see what we can do.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, and just make sure is it K. Wellington or is it just K. Wellington?
No, K. Weathington.
Weathington.
And then
Okay.
And then W-E.
Her last name.
Right.
Okay, I
right.
got you. Okay, cool.
Weathington dot-
Okay, Laura, I appreciate it so much.
I'll reply right back to you, so if you don't get an answer right back, that means I probably didn't get it, so you might want to check back with me, and I'll save your number too.
Okay, absolutely. I'll do the same.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Cool. So, this is an instance I kind of wanted to do that just because we were just talking about doing LOI. So, Why not show you guys how I do an LOI on live? Thought that'd be pretty cool. How I'm gonna send in my offer. Actually, that's on Cosme to do a whole lot of underwriting and stuff. Well, I mean that's why you guys are here, right? So I might. How much time we got left? We got like an hour. Okay, I guess we can do that. I guess we got underwrite it real quick. Yeah, I guess we got underwrite it. So they're 1 in 289. Well, I can't really do too much with that because I don't know what their mortgage is and stuff like that to do things creatively. I could have asked a little bit more. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll get all that information and then I'll go over how to underwrite it, and LOI and stuff tomorrow. And I'll go over all that tomorrow. So I'll write the note in that underwrite. So you guys can kind of see how I'm breaking that down. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow. Give you a reason to come back. Okay, but Diego, you say you're ready. I don't see you in the queue. I don't see you in the queue, my man. I don't see you in the queue. Wish I had like 2 different screens so I won't have to keep switching windows. Yeah, I'll wait for you to get in the queue. And just text me when you're in the queue so I can just click back on the screen. Did I write down? Okay, cool. So I'll get all that information from her. There's a lot of Fort Worth properties on the market, man. What's going on over there? This is definitely a flip, 100%. So this is definitely a cash offer. And yeah, this is definitely gonna be a cash offer. Or, it might be something like a yeah, 100. What? See, usually I don't look at comps, but like this is ridiculous, dude. Like, how are you selling it at the highest point of the market or the highest price in the market, knowing the other homes, like this one's fixed up all the way. So 3-2 and all that. It's a little bit closer to the year. This one at least has wood in it. It's at 3. It's at 275. So 275 has been on the market for about 3 months almost, about 2.5 months. It's at 275. Might give them a call too, but this one's fixed up all the way. This one's at 260, 268. It's wood everywhere. Walls, look, everything needs to be updated. And you're selling it at peak value. I actually want to call Troy and see what's going on, even though I feel like I've talked to this person before, and see what the real situation is. He don't remember me though. I definitely called this guy before. Definitely called Troy. Troy in Houston. 281 667 8467.
You reached Troy Washington.
Straight to voicemail.
You reached.
Bro, like what? How your phone go to voicemail, dude? Like it's a team, so maybe I can get a hold of somebody on this team. The same number. Let's call Angela Hall. So this seems like it may be a real estate team, maybe an investment team that just didn't finish the job. So I'm gonna call Angela, and see what the deal is. 3, 4. All right, Diego, I'll see you in there. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to call Angela one more time. It's crazy. I've had like 15-ish no answers. I might be boosting. Probably like 12. But Diego.
What's up? What's up?
Come on, man. How you doing?
Good.
Cool. So yeah, update me what was going on with that. Brazil was like they were in pre-foreclosure, now they weren't.
Okay, so yeah, I talked to the agent yesterday. I cleared everything up with her, so I was, I'm looking at the paper right now. I can share my screen if you want me to.
Yeah. Is it an option for you too?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. All right. Can you see me?
I can't see. Oh wait. Now I think.
All right.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
So this is the information I got. So I called the agent yesterday, and I was asking for a reinstatement letter, and I was asking for a current mortgage statement. So there was no reinstatement letter because it's not in foreclosure yet. But by the sounds of it, it might be in foreclosure by next month, or a couple months from now, because she just missed a payment on the 1st of this month. So on the new year, she missed a payment, and her payment's what, $1,900, almost $2,000. So I put that into arrears. Before it was $16,000. I just added some buffer room and rounded up to $19,000, just to add on that extra payment that she missed literally yesterday, 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I contacted the agent this morning, and I was like, "Hey, was there any chance of you getting that current mortgage statement?" Then on the phone, she was just like, "They will need something. They will need to send an offer before they send anything over. Like they basically want to offer before they send any mortgage statements, any information."
So that's where you're coming in with the LOI and everything, right?
Yeah, that's why I kind of want, if it's possible. If not, we can wait tomorrow. But I have like the LOI that you gave, if you want to use that. But like you said, it's going to take some deep underwriting on this one too.
Yeah, no, yeah, it may take some time. So I'm thinking I may make tomorrow like an underwriting day. And because I do have a few that I want to kind of underwrite. So all the properties that are open, like I'm gonna go over why, if they're only winning cash, I'll go over why I'm presenting the cash offer and why that's gonna be what it is, and I'll also do the creative underwriting too, and I'll make that like an underwriting day tomorrow. So if you guys are looking to learn how to do underwriting, you guys can come into tomorrow's thing, and I'll kind of go over what I use for underwriting, how I underwrite it, why I'm underwriting it the way I am, and stuff like that. And so that way you can see in the eyes of a buyer, of a fix and flipper buyer, or as a buy and hold buyer, and just kind of go from there. And then we'll probably do, what's today? Tuesday? We'll probably do Wednesday or Thursday as the renegotiation day, as far as like presenting those to the seller and stuff like that. Or the selling agents. So cool. So she wasn't in pre-foreclosure. She so that's probably why she's looking for money out of it, but she's still not.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I'll go over that tomorrow. Like why she's not getting that money, or why like for me, like I wouldn't give her the 10,000 or 12,000 what she's looking for. Did you put that in the entry fee, or did you leave that zero?
The money that she wanted.
Yeah.
No, I didn't add it in like just because I'm kind of like building everything ahead of time, just so it can make sense. Because if we did fit in her numbers, the total would be 50,000 or 52,000, like all in.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a big amount because their arrears already almost 20,000. Because like I said, she just missed a payment on the first, so it's going to keep going up higher and higher. And just what the agent told me, it sounds like they're just one step close from getting the pre-foreclosure. So. I kind of told the agent, like, I mean, I kind of need that current mortgage statement, but if that's something your client doesn't want to do, we can just get an LOI, then verify everything while we're under contract. But if we have to, we might have to renegotiate. The numbers are off. And that kind of be, that wouldn't say waste time, but it'll slow the process down a lot more than what it should have been just if we could have got all that up front.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay. So yeah, cool. So yeah, we'll figure that out. And is she... Yeah, so we'll underwrite that tomorrow. I'll probably briefly underwrite a few of them just so. No, I'm not. I'm gonna start off from scratch tomorrow. That way you guys can kind of see how that works. Cool. So yeah, I'll do that. Let's see. You wanna do call some agents? Diego's kind of cold with calling agents.
I was just calling. Yeah, I got to pull my list back up. Hold on.
See how Diego a different perspective calls agents. Oh,
all right, I'm gonna pull.
Wait, I think Kayla and Taylor put their things in the private group chat. So I'm gonna put it over here.
I'm about to find a quick agent to call.
There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna put these over here.
All right, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna close my door real quick. All right, I found a random agent. I don't know nothing about this property, but I'll give it a call.
All right, that's what you gotta do.
I just have it in my list. See what this guy wants.
Oops, I don't know why I did it like that.
642-3832. All right. I'm about to go.
Let's go, man.
Probably won't answer. I have to give it a double down.
Hi, this is Colleen. I'm unable to take your call at this time. Please leave a message.
Oh, that's why. 7A. That was the office I was calling.
Oh yeah, you gotta go on the. You probably gotta Google their names.
Yeah.
Hello, it's Chad.
Hey, Chad. My name is Diego. I'm a real estate agent. I'm just contacting you about your property, 23 Sorrel Trail in Keller, Texas. Yes. So I am interested in this for myself, preferably as an investment. So I've seen it's been on the market for quite a while, and I just wanted to ask, like, what's going on with the seller situation? Like, have they moved out? Is this a vacant property? Like, what's going on?
It's a vacant property owned by a hedge fund.
Oh, it's a hedge fund?
Mm-hmm.
So have y'all been getting offers at $274?
That's the list price, right? Can't disclose where offers have been at.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So it sounds like y'all just strictly just want cash, right?
I'm sorry.
I said y'all strictly just want cash, right? For the hedge fund.
I mean, you can get a conventional loan on it, but it does have some settling that needs some work on it. We don't have estimates,
Right.
but it'd be cash or conventional only.
All right. So I can kind of just like say up front, I don't know if they have wiggle room or not, but just with cash right now, I'm coming in a little lower with cash just because with the rates. My whole purpose is with properties is just to rent them out. Just so with these interest rates, it just kind of kills with cash and it eats up my cash flow. So usually when I've been buying my properties, I've been buying them in a creative ways. Usually what I do, I always pay the agent, try to pay the agent their asking price, try to get their commissions paid. And, usually we cover for the closing costs. I don't know if that's something y'all might be open to or.
No, they're not interested in doing any sort of seller financing. They want cash and move on.
Okay, that's fine. So do you have any other properties for sale or no?
Yeah, we've got a few others for sale. If you want to look under my name, they're all in
Yeah.
the MLS, and you can find them in there.
Okay, and so I'm an agent myself, and I do have a question. So I actually have like 2 properties for sale in Fort Worth. So we're selling it on owner finance, right? So I don't know if you ever deal with any buyers that can't qualify for a typical loan. Like say you have people that get denied and they're still looking for a home. We could work with them, work something out with your commissions. If you have someone that's that can't qualify is looking for a home, I can send you more information than if you have a buyer and if they want to go view the property, we can make something work out.
I appreciate it, but right now I'm mainly just working with funds and banks and REOs and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, no worries, Chad. All right, man. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Cool. That was awesome. That was an awesome call. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that was awesome. So I mean, yeah, he works with hedge funds.
You can't do too much of those.
Yeah, that's all he kind of wants to work with, which just means as fine as working for him. I mean, that's just another avenue of doing it, doing business in real estate. He's working with hedge funds. Typically, they're not going to want to do anything creative, or they're probably going to just rent out the property and just make it a rental if they don't sell it the way they want to sell it. So yeah.
Trying to find at least like one more decent one to call.
What I probably would have asked him is, what are they trying to buy? Because he is working with hedge funds and they're still buying a lot of houses. And find out what their buying criteria is. And that way, maybe if you find something, you can kind of sell it to them for whatever their price they're kind of open to buying it at.
I didn't think about that.
But no, I mean, that's why we're here. So that's awesome. That you know,
for sure.
Yeah.
I can go call one more.
Yeah, go ahead. And then let me see. It's about 3 o'clock. Probably go to like 3:30.
Oh, this is the EXP people.
You're with EXP too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm in a group chat of them, and they always talk about people sending them creative financing offers, and they always get confused.
What I need to be. So the thing is, are those people at your office, or is that who's that?
So we have like a virtual office, right? Like we're in a Facebook group chat, like big group chat, a bunch of EXP agents, and they always like just say, man, we're getting offers that are creative finance, and I think it's Monique, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because it's always Monique's email format with the Home PC Associates. So
Monique who?
What's up?
Monique who?
No, Monique.
Oh, Monique.
Yeah.
Oh, Monique.
Yeah. They be using his email format. So it's obviously a sub-2 student, but I just don't know which one it is exactly.
That's funny. Let's see this. While you're doing that, I'm gonna answer this question. Damien, quick question. What are the advantages of doing or being licensed with doing sub-2 deal? What are the advantages of being licensed and doing a sub-2 deal? I don't think this. Let me see before I say that. No, I'm not gonna say there's too many different advantages for like me being licensed and doing a sub two if I wasn't licensed doing a sub two deal. What you could do, oh, actually, so there is one. It's a tactic you could do. You say, since I'm licensed, what you can do that's the wholesale deal too as well. So you can say like, I'm gonna give up my 3% on my agent commission to get a lower down payment. So say that you were negotiating a down payment with somebody and you're trying to work out terms, and you say like they wanted $25,000 down, something like that, or they wanted, I don't know, 10% down. Let's do that, 10% down. And you were like, well, since like traditionally you would have paid like a buyer's agent like myself 3% from that, but instead of doing that, I'll give up my 3% and put it towards the down payment. So can we do 7% instead of 3%, or instead of 10%? So that's a way you can kind of leverage your license in a sub two deal with the down payment. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't think I've done it like that per se, but I have used my license, and actually I have did that. That was actually my first deal. Now I think that my first sub two deal I did exactly just like that, but I did it with their equity and not the down payment, which I should have did it the other way around. Um, so yeah, that's cool. So yeah, you can use a license and leverage that. That's the only kind of advantage I think that you can have with a license doing sub two.
Yeah, I think one of the advantages too, you don't have to hire an agent to represent you that might not know about sub twos. So it kind of be hard to find an agent that knows about that. And like say try to send an offer on market, right? And the other agent's like, hey, you need to be represented or I can represent you, but you try to pitch sub two and they're like, what's that?
Yeah. Yeah, because as a buyer, you don't ever have to be represented. And
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people don't know that, or they're just used to just traditionally, doing things the way they are. But as a buyer, you don't need to be represented. As a seller, you technically don't need to be represented. If you want your house on the market, then yeah, but you can sell it for sell by owner. A lot of people do that too. Yeah.
I got one more that I'm ready
Yeah,
to
go
call.
ahead.
And these are hard street names, man.
Taylor with the fire questions.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Watch, I'm gonna call one more time. They're gonna answer.
They probably are, or they'll text you.
Let me make sure I'm calling the right number. Yeah. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 94057772733 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Patty, my name is Diego. I'm a real estate agent. Contact me about your listing, 4117 Alicante Avenue in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm interested in it. So if you can give me a call back at 682-529-1201. Again, that's 682-529-1201. Thank you, and you have a great day. That's pretty much it. I'll just leave them I shoot them a message as well. Like if they don't answer, I leave them a voicemail. Then I also shoot them a message so they can get hit like 3 times.
Cool. And Diego, how many? Because you're doing this every day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're full time. So what are you? How many calls are you would you think you're making a day?
Probably like up to north 20, 30, sometimes 40.
Yep.
But majority of the times, like what eats up my time is probably doing the calls back. If they want to text, I don't like texting because it makes it hard for me to find out more information.
Yep.
Pretty much that. Be on the phone. Some agents like to talk for like an hour, almost. It feels like I had a good call with the agent today actually. So I pitched her terms and she knew about it. So but her clients were open to it. So I stayed on the phone, and she wants to meet next week, but she does pre-foreclosures, and she has 4 right now in Fort Worth that she needs help on. And she said she's going to send me the info, and she does have like owner finance buyers as well. So I'm going to see if I'm going to catch up with her. I'm going to catch up with her later today. I'm going to try to send her more info about the properties. Then she's going to send me info about the pre-foreclosures, because they can't do a loan modification because, the seller don't have a job. They don't have the income. They can't, the bank don't allow it. And she works with Scott Horn. Yeah. So I asked her if she's in sub 2. She said no. But yeah, she does a lot of short sales. So I mean, found herself with an agent. So like every time I make the calls, like if an agent don't want to sell on terms or do anything with terms, I always ask about different properties. If they don't have any, I asked them like, what do they do in their business that they need help with? So she said she needed help with selling some pre-foreclosures to help her clients out, and she doesn't know like on what to do. So that's why she's a good person to add on, and she does a lot of short sales. So if I ever run into a short sale situation, I don't know how to work with those yet, so I can send them to her.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Honestly. No, and that's the main thing. So I mean, you're making like probably 30 to 40 calls a day. And how many of those would you say that are like those kind of agents that like you get?
I'll probably say like 2 out of every 10 calls. There's always like those
not
2.
bad.
Yeah, I don't get bad ratios, honestly. It's been pretty good right now just with the market. They've been real open to it. So usually like what I do is if they say they're open to terms on the phone, right? Like if they say that's something that would interest them, I send them an email that kind of explains like creative finance, like what I would like to do. I use Monique's email, but I edit it in a certain way. So every realtor is like, hey, I got this for the 4th time. So
Can you send me that email? Because I know about it. I never actually, I didn't do the DM thing. And
yeah, I'll send it to you. So yeah, I do that. Then if they call me back and they're interested, I answer any questions they may have or any objections. Then at that on the phone, just the way it goes. If they, they still want to do creative finance, then I just get out the numbers, just see what I'm working with, what's the mortgage statement, how much are they paying a month, any liens, anything that's back payments. Then we go from there. Then like right now, probably tomorrow, I'm gonna work on the LOI. Then I try to send that LOI. Then if that's something they accept, and you get on a contract and send it to the TCs. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and so the thing is, like, after this, like, I only make usually like maybe 10 to 15 calls when I'm on live. But like after this and before this, I'm probably making like my 30 to 40 calls. Like because I'm usually talking to you guys throughout that time and telling what I know and stuff like that. So I'm not usually doing this whenever I'm making calls. So usually like after I get off this, or even like usually before I get on this call, I'm already doing like at least like this morning I already did I think like 25 calls. And then now I did like, I don't know, probably like 6, 7, 8, maybe something like that. And then after this, I'm probably gonna do like another 10 to 15. So it's all about, hitting your KPIs, make sure you're making the calls. Once you feel like it's enough, it's not enough. Like, so keep calling. And once you get the hang of it, you'll be wanting to call. Like I always say, I look for no's. I look for people to tell me no. Just because I either laugh it off or like I'll figure out what he's like, what Pace calls the bunnies. And figure out what the real reason is, if like why they're trying to sell, or why they need to sell the property, or why they've been interested in selling the property. So that's what it's all about. So cool. I appreciate it. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and keep calling agents while I still got time. I'm supposed to be until 3:30. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let me let's see. I got a few people that are open to, doing the wrap buyers thing. So that's cool. I was hoping Troy would answer the phone. Troy or Angela, because they actually had a fix and flip property, it looks like, out here. Oh man, I messed up.
I'm going back and looking at these agents I called. A lot of them have they're all expired listings now.
Yeah, so if you're looking for expired listings, PropStream is another software you can use to find expired listings. PropStream has like a lot of like very niched filters that you can use to find very specific sellers. Like when it comes to like no equity or low equity, like you're looking for, or VA loans, people that have VA loans, or expired listings. Like they have those super niched lists that you can pull to like kind of what's it called, list stack. That way you can kind of find a specific seller. Because like if you go to VA loans with no equity, like those are people that are just now trying to sell, but they use the VA loan. Because VA loans, you can a lot of times put 0% down. So that means they have absolutely no equity in their house, and they already trying to sell because they're getting relocated or they have to get shipped out somewhere else because they're always moving. Those are kind of like a lot of times the perfect people to do sub to because they actually need you to do it because otherwise they'll be paying to sell their property. So sub two is a great kind of opportunity for them. So
Yeah.
so let's give Sanford Finkelstein.
So I sent the offer today. That's a VA. It's in Belton, Texas.
Uh-huh.
It's a VA loan. They're upside down. They bought the house in September, and they needed to sell it because their wife is pregnant, and they want to basically get a bigger house, but they can't get it because they're not able to sell the house for the price they want because they're almost upside down. So I called the agent, sent them an offer, and I'm just waiting for him to hear back. He received it. He said he read it, but he didn't read it over with his clients. If that's something they want to move with, and just like I said, hit him with the LOI. So.
Not that bit. Yeah, not a bit. They just bought the house and they were trying to get a bigger house. Like, are they having like triplets?
I don't know. I didn't ask like how many kids they're having in total, but the guy was like, man, he's like, they just found out their wife was pregnant, and now they want to upgrade a bigger house. I'm like, sounds like they're gonna have a lot of kids or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
526. All right, let's call Sanford real quick and see what's going on. Oops. See what's going on.
This is Sandy.
Hey, Sandy, this is Damien. How you doing, my man?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I was looking at your listing on Perkshire Drive.
On which one? I'm sorry.
Perkshire?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was kind of wondering what was kind of going on. It looks like a beautiful property there. Everything was cleaned up. I was kind of wondering what was kind of had it sitting for a while. Was there anything structurally wrong or something going on with the sellers that they didn't really like?
Nope. And we're not doing any special financing or anything else like that.
No, that's no problem. I mean, no, that's no problem. I mean, if we're coming at cash, that's perfectly fine too. It just, has to make sense for, all parties.
Yeah, they're not entertaining anything like that.
Okay. So, I mean, are they trying to stick to that price they have right now, or are they kind of flexible on it?
Pretty close. We just reduced to 325, so we're going to stay pretty close to that.
Okay, gotcha. No problem. Well, whilst I have you, Sandy, I'm actually looking, or do you work with buyers too, or are you mainly with sellers?
Just sellers.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, no worries then. Well, if you have anybody out in the Fort Worth area that's looking for housing that can't really qualify for a loan or anything like that, I do have a couple properties out there in Fort Worth that I'm owner financing that they can kind of go look at those.
I'm not interested, but thanks anyway.
All right, no problem. You have a good one. All right.
Hey.
That's one of them.
I
What's
can
up?
give this agent a call if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I think I called her like 3 times. I don't know. I'm gonna just call her again.
Thank you for calling Coldwell Banker Realty Dallas Global Luxury Office.
I keep calling the office, man. That dude cut you off quick though. That was rude.
Oh yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I can already tell from when he was like
Hi,
talking
you
to the
reached
phone.
Coldwell Banker.
You're good. They had their phone off.
Oh no, you're good. I'm actually about to call this agent, but they just text me back. They said whenever I'm free for a call. I'm about to call it real quick.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Excited for a new year.
Yeah, exactly. How's the new year going so far?
I mean, so far so good.
Good,
Very
good.
busy. I feel like I didn't take a break all like December at all. So
I know. What's the break for, right?
I know. I was like, I found out today that everyone went back to work, and I was like, of course I don't know that because we don't ever stop working.
Exactly. It's a nonstop 24/7 job.
Exactly. So Christy and I just spoke. Obviously, we've had a decent amount of showings in the last month and a half. We've been on the market for the holiday, but of course, like we still want to keep your
offer as an option, I think what was going to really help us be able to decide if we're going to officially move forward or not, just because this is such a unique type of seller financing, more so than I've personally seen. And I know that creative financing is going to become more of a thing, especially with the market we're in, versus this time last year. I'm sure, as you know, houses would go on the market, go off the market. So it's just, I have to look out for her best interest. And when I spoke to my broker's wife, who's an attorney, she was not a huge fan of it. My broker was also not a huge fan of it, but I am open to the idea of me getting you and my broker on the phone, so then maybe you could explain it better. And I would just need a little bit more legitimacy, like a more legitimate proof of funds, better verbiage. Obviously, I already said the title has to stay in their name. That's not even kind of like debatable at this point. We just want to make sure that they're not going to get screwed over, because even though after the sale, we collect our money and run, that's not how I am with my clients. I do want to make sure that they're in good hands and that they are not going to get like kind of bit in the ass later down the road, because they would like the money and they would like all the money in the 6 years. And I know you said you could get it sooner.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at. Christy's not completely turned off from it. She actually said she follows you on social media and she sees all your stuff. So
No, I thought I saw her follow me, but I wasn't sure. But I remember the last name.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, you're a young person like me. It's just obviously, as you know, there's just been so much scam in the entire world, and especially with a lot of land deals recently. It's kind of weird, but we just want to make sure that they're going to be okay. I think the thing that makes us the most concerned is there's just so much money being borrowed from so many different places that she's questioning, okay, where's his money? How do I know I'm going to get my money at the end of 6 years? What happens if we don't get our work? What happens if the $500 that month doesn't come in? You know, what are their protection periods? So if we can outline all that, and if my broker is good with it, we can explain that better to them. Because right now it's just so many moving parts. And like I said, we don't really see your type of seller financing in Florida. At least I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I work with a lot of investors, so it is very new for all of us.
No, absolutely. So I'm more than happy to having that conversation with your broker. If anything, he can definitely write down all the questions he has, so that way he can kind of have all his thoughts at one place, and then just shoot them off at me. And then whatever kind of worries or doubts he has, I can be more than happy to kind of answer that for him and walk him through different examples, third-party stories of other properties that we kind of done the same way. And we'll hopefully I can kind of break it down for him and get this one going.
Yeah, I think like I said, the biggest concerns are going to be if you default on your payment. Technically your mortgage you're paying off for them is technically still a lien on their house. Too. And again, these are just my concerns, but I know those are his same exact concerns. So those are going to be the things he's going to ask you. He's also going to ask why we had to write a cash offer for you to show your lender that, because that just, it seems like it's kind of being shady to the lender, at least from our point of view. So, those little.
No, our lender actually tells us that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So because we didn't know that, we thought, okay, why is he trying to save the cash deal? So again, so many moving parts.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I see the light at the end of the tunnel, because I kind of think of myself as a pretty good judge of character, and so is Christy. And we do feel like seeing you and hearing your tone of voice and seeing what you built, we feel like it's going to all end up being great, but we have to just take the precautions for all of us. I mean, I have the least liability in this. I'm just the agent, so.
No, absolutely. I mean, and honestly, you don't, because I mean, if anything backfires, that's going to go back on your reputation and your business at the end of the day. So I want you and your seller to be 100%, safe and comfortable, because at the end of the day, we're gonna have a relationship for about 6 years. So I want her to feel as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, and also too, like I said, if you do good with one of my clients, like I am planning on taking a shit ton of listings this year. I'm transitioning my whole business into listings with expireds and for sale by owner. So I'm going to be working with a lot of people who are going to need to get their home sold, sometimes in more creative ways than others, if they want a certain number. So I would like to be able to do that business with you in the future. So obviously, if we do this right the first time, it's going to go. I got a lot of business for you. So,
no, absolutely.
And once I know how you do it once, it'll make a lot of sense for me to explain it correctly in the future to people.
Yeah, no, and that doesn't go back on me. I'll just make sure I can, educate, as much as I do it, because I know at a lot of times a lot of people aren't used to this kind of creative, ways of doing things. So I might have to take it like a little bit slower just so I can make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, we're just so used to the whole,
Yeah.
hey, here's the regular interest payment for X amount of years, here's your down payment, that's it.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's where it's different, but again, once COVID happens, different, like normal now at this point. So, what I'll do is I'll just coordinate with Gil on getting us onto like either like as quick as like a Zoom, no more than like 30 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
But like I said, I know Gil, and like if everything is what it says, he's going to ask questions probably for himself too. So,
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no. I tell him bring it on and bring all the questions he has, and I'll do my best. And if I don't have the answer at that moment in time, I will either find it or I'll get back to you as soon as possible with somebody that can better describe it than I can.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, I'll work on that first. Thanks for bearing with me. I mean, it does make us feel happy that you still want to find a way to make this work. We just want to clarify all the moving parts, be able to describe it to the seller and Scott correctly, and then be able to go from there. And then, like I said, us be able to, if it works out, be able to do multiple deals together come this year.
Absolutely. No, I can already tell we'll definitely do a lot of deals together this year.
And you're in what state again?
I'm in Dallas, but I'm licensed in Florida. I just moved back to Dallas. What was it? June or was it June? Yeah, it was June of 2022. I was there for like about a year. And I missed home, so I went back home to Dallas. And so I started doing everything back here in my backyard. But I still definitely do a lot of properties and investing out there in Florida.
Yeah, I heard the Dallas market. My coach is actually out. Not Gil, my other coach, Haas Pratt. I don't know if that name sounds familiar to you. He's coached like a lot
It does sound a little familiar.
Yeah, so he's my coach for real estate, but he's also coaching like the top real estate agents in the country.
Awesome.
But he's out in Dallas too. So I've heard the Dallas real estate market has gone significantly down. Is that true?
No, not necessarily. It's really just the fact of, regulations are really hard in Texas, and they hit hard in a lot of different, like I guess businesses like Airbnbs is really hard to get out here, along with like, property taxes are crazy out here. No, well, if you can get in where you fit in and abide by their restrictions nowadays, like a lot of Airbnbs are covered by the grandfather kind of regulations right now. And so since they're already kind of established, they're kind of okay, and they just have to keep up to date with the regulations. But you have to make sure it's a lot of different counties out here, and they're all right by each other. So you have to make sure whenever you get a property out here, make sure you know the regulations, what you can do, what you can't do out here, in whatever kind of city that you end up going. But it's really kind of tough out here just because the property taxes is so crazy in Texas, and so that makes it kind of hard to do anything when you're talking about buying, holding, and doing things creatively and stuff like that.
No, because I always see on TikTok like someone's like, "Oh, look at this $300,000 house in Texas. It looks like a mansion," but I know that the property taxes are brutal compared to here.
And you can have like a little shack, and it'll still be like $7,000 a year.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain about my $4,300.
At all. Yeah, no, that's one reason why I love Florida, because you guys have these. Well, I mean, I guess it's decent for us because I'm used to being around super high property taxes, so everything else sounds pretty good.
No, that's awesome. Did you have family and stuff that lives out there, or are you just out there with your like partners or by yourself?
No, I'm originally from here, so all my family's out here in the DFW area.
Oh, that's awesome. At least you got family out there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's back home, so I'm okay with that. So I enjoy it while I'm out here.
Good. No, listen, Dallas. Last time I was in Dallas, we had a lot of fun. So Dallas,
Oh, yeah.
Dallas and Austin, Texas are fun. I've been to Dallas, Austin, and El Paso. They're all fun.
Oh, El Paso. I don't know about El Paso, but Dallas and Austin, is definitely a spot to
When I
be.
say fun, I was in a house, so it was fine. But like Dallas and Austin were so much fun.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. I will go there all the time. Where are you at in Florida?
I'm in downtown Orlando.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's where I stayed at. I was right there. What was that street called? I was like literally right there by I-4, like right off the highway. In Orlando. Well, say it again.
Was it were you on Orange Avenue?
I don't even remember what the street I lived off of. It was like I-4 and what street did I live off of? I have no clue. That's so weird. No, there is, and I didn't even I wasn't even there long enough to like get acquainted with the highways and streets. Like I barely knew I-4, and it was only because I lived like right off I-4.
Yeah, there's like a crap ton of streets. Were you close to downtown Orlando?
I was about 15 minutes from downtown Orlando.
Yeah, you could have lived anywhere then.
Yeah, yeah. I lived, I think it was like a little bit west of downtown Orlando, so going that way.
Oh, okay, then that must have been John Young Parkway or
Yes, I remember that. I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, I do remember that street. So I was near over there, and I was like in the apartments over there off like I wish I knew the street. It's gonna come to me, and I'll probably bring it up next time we have a conversation because it's gonna stay with me.
That's totally fine. Yeah, Orlando's been cool. I'm originally from Jersey and then lived in Sarasota for a while. I was in Orlando for like 10 years, but honestly, I've really grown to love it. It's where I do all my business and my career, but I want to get into coaching one day, so I don't know if I'll end up being in Florida forever. Probably will, but Texas would probably be, or California or Arizona would be the place I'd probably realistically like to move to. Again, I could live in Orlando my whole life, so I have no idea.
Yeah, no, Arizona. I know everybody is migrating over there to that area. I just came from over there.
Scottsdale is a vibe.
Yeah.
Is so much fun.
Yeah, I just left there. I think actually when we were doing that, when we first started talking about that deal, like beginning of December or something like that, that's where I had went over there for that conference I left to. I went to what was it, Phoenix, right there, Phoenix Mesa, kind of area, and we had a
conference are you at like going to? Are you guys just like straight up investments and stuff like that? Or are you
well,
guys...
yeah. So we're like a real estate community. So if you heard about Sub2 or Astro Flipping, so Pace Morby, that credibility email I sent you, is basically his community that he kind of started from the ground up, and he throws like a golden ticket event where we all come out in that area and really just talk real estate and investing in all these creative strategies that we're going through in our business and stuff like that. It's like a really big networking meetup, but we actually had a that one was a kind of a special one just because it was the last one of the year. But no, it was really cool.
No, that's awesome. Just because that's how Gil and I are. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with our company with EXP Realty, but we're all about networking. And like my coach that coaches me is actually friends with Grant Cardone.
Oh yeah, no, great, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm all about the hands you shake and networking and stuff like that, and I love not being tied to just one city. That's why I love working for EXP, because I can technically network
Exactly.
with everyone all over the country and world. So,
That's exactly why I switched to EXP.
Yeah, no, it's a great company. I'm assuming you've heard of it, but I wasn't sure if you did.
Yeah, no, EXP or the branch that you're with.
No, EXP in general.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah, no, I'm an EXP agent.
Are you?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
Yeah, I'm an EXP agent.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, I just switched to EXP. I was a Fathom agent originally, and then I switched to EXP just because my mentor's wife is an EXP agent, and I went under her mentorship, and it was just for the same reason you're doing.
Who's your sponsor?
It was Maura Lorby, or I said her name backwards, Laura Morby.
I'm not sure if I.
She's actually with Elena Cardone. That's who she's with. Yeah, she's with her. Yes. Yep. Masula, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haas is fantastic.
Yeah, no, he definitely is.
But yeah, the Cardone having them in there is awesome. That's cool that you're under someone who's under Elaine. Again, it's all about the handshakes you shake. That's why I love working with Gil. That's gonna change the whole conversation. You just need to start off the Zoom call with being like, I'm in EXP, and then it'll probably like
turn all the way around.
I didn't even know that, but the second I tell Gil that, he's gonna be like, yeah, put him on the phone.
Yeah.
Technically, it's gonna make us all feel better because it's like, okay, now we're all like technically family, so family doesn't screw family over most of the time.
Exactly.
So that works. That's really cool to know. I'm surprised. Have you been to like Cabo or EXP?
No, I just switched to EXP like what, 5 months ago.
Okay, so you haven't
I haven't. I've seen it on LinkedIn because I'm with EXP on LinkedIn, and I think they were talking about it, and I heard about it, but I didn't really pay no mind to it. I just liked having a brokerage where I didn't have to like worry about being an investor. Honestly, that's all I really cared about.
No, and you can bring people into your organization and stuff like that and make passive income. Like I don't really recruit too much. I used to in the beginning, but I'm more in production now, so I want to get out of production.
Yeah.
And do which will recruit, and I'm making like $500-700 a month passive income off of the 6 agents I have under me. You know, and I'm like, hey, imagine like I'm like Gil one day who had like 2,500 agents under him. You know, like it's really life changing, and that's passive. Even like with a property, you'd be lucky to make sometimes $500 to $1,000 off a property, and that's good. You know, so.
Yeah, I had no clue that they did that off of agents. I had no clue that they paid off. Well, actually, I think I did, and I just didn't pay no mind to it, honestly, because I didn't care to bring people under me.
About the revenue share portion of it?
I actually do. Like when you were talking about it, I was like, I remember whenever I went through the whole sign up thing, they brought that up on the presentation thing. It's just I didn't really care to have anybody underneath me. So
you honestly, if you're, I'll have to follow you on social media. I haven't been on it in the past 2 days, but you'll have to
I'm on, man. Nice seeing you.
Because agent attraction, like Jill has, like I think, the 2,500. I don't know. Do you know Veronica Figueroa? Have you heard that name yet? It's a huge name.
Veronica, what was the last name?
Figueroa. She's the #1 EXP team in the world.
I've probably seen her. I don't know the name, but I've probably seen her.
So she's the biggest team in the world, so she's technically partnered in under Gil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does it work if she brings people too? It goes under Gil?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I know he's definitely just chilling.
No, he's fine, but he's got 6 kids, so he also has a lot of big bills, and he just bought like a $2 million office for us in like the downtown Orlando area. So Gil's got big bills, but it's phenomenal to be connected with him because he was an agent and got into coaching. That's exactly what I want to do, and that's exactly what Haas did too. So again, the people though I've been able to network with in EXP has been literally life changing. Like I think me and you talked about we're the same age. Like I met Gil because I was a terrible agent. My first deal ever. He was the listing agent. And then how I met Haas actually was I was going to Vegas this year for EXPCon, and I got on the wrong flight because I'm a woman and obviously believe I didn't book the wrong flight, but I guess I did, and I happened to sit next to Haas on the wrong flight.
Oh, wow.
That's how I hired him for coaching. So I'm a big faith-driven, everything happens for a reason
Exactly.
kind of person, but hands I've been able to shake at EXPCon. Like I told Haas, I was like, just get me on a table with Grant Cardone. I just want to listen to this man speak because, like, who you surround yourself with is who you're most likely going to be with. So you're definitely a part of the right company. But if you utilize your social media channel based on what you do, so what I do is I do real estate, but I plan on attracting people because most of my business comes from phone calls. Like how I met Christy and Scott was a phone call. They were an inspired lead, and I called them just like 5,000 people call them a day, and I book people and I close them. So that's my niche is being on the phones, and so I teach people, and that attracts agents. So if you're doing the investing the way you're doing it, and you have a channel for it, it's going to attract people that can just bring you passive income. Because it's really all about who you bring in on the front line. If you bring in good qualified agents who embark on your vision with you on the front line, the rest of it is a snowball effect, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. Because I'm glad you said that because that's exactly what I do. I do the exact same thing as far as like, calling agents and using their pedestal as far as like how they're marketing and how they're getting leads and just being a resource for them to, outsource just another way. If their buyers aren't buying cash offers, then, I got another person that can do this. That's really my fit inside like, being partners with agents. Because I do cash offers all the time. I do that too, but it's just more realistic for myself and in not trying to downplay, I guess, doing like a 50% or 50 cents on the dollar kind of offer to a seller. I'd rather kind of get them what they're actually needing and what they want and just do it a creative way. And it's different, and I get that, and it's going to take some time for this whole wave to kind of come across the market, but it'll get there. So I just got to do person by person.
With interest rates going up 5% in 1 year, it's going to definitely get there because when I work with sellers, like I'm like, you need to listen to the price I'm telling you or I'm not taking the listing because things are just sitting there and agents don't know how to sell on the market. But being able to utilize creative financing is just a way for me to go into a seller's house once I understand and say, hey, I can get you a full price offer today. It's not a full price offer, but it's strategically placed over the next 6 years. If you don't need all the money now, you need some. Here's how it works, you know? So
Exactly.
that's why I want to learn more about it, because then I instantly add value going into these appointments, you know?
Yep.
And also, too, since you're in Dallas, too, I'd love to have you connected with an agent in Dallas, because one, I don't know the market out there. I am an investor, so if there's ever, like my partner, Deontay, and I, we invest in properties and Airbnbs together, and we actually are building one in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure if I told you about that. Yeah. You're probably going to be like, Corinne, that is not the smartest investment you could have done, but it's okay. It's a very smart investment. Just the only way I could have bought it is by paying cash.
Yeah.
So I'm paying off the property cash, which everyone's like, you could have bought 5 properties with that. I'm like, whatever. It's still phenomenal price. Like, I bought as a 2-2 luxury condo with fully furnished.
I've heard good things about the Dominican Republic, though.
Yeah, and it's $285. I'm like, sure, it's half of that's $150,000. Sure, it's $150,000 cash in a property, but that's why would I keep it in the bank?
Yeah.
Let's stay in that property that's already it's going to make me just passive income, and it's by the beach. I can go there anytime. That wasn't my biggest ROI investment that I knew I was going to get, but I want to look for other ROI investments, and I'm working with builders too, who are having me list their properties. I got one guy wanting me to list his 5 duplexes in the Oviedo area out here, and I want to look at one of those too. So I want to keep people like in my corner that I can keep them in the loop about that, and vice versa, you know?
No, exactly. That's the main reason. It's all about in just using creative financing helps my ROI. So it doesn't really matter how much. That's all I really care about in the day. As long as I can cash flow, and as long as it sounds like a good investment for me to put where the money's at. And I'm all about using other people's money in the first place. So as much.
I believe that too. That's why when you said it first, it made sense. So that's where I really just think I need to get you and Gil on a phone, and you can instantly talk, hey, bro, I'm a part of EXP. I'm under Elaine Cardone. I'm not going to screw you over, and then that'll probably alleviate the whole call.
Yeah.
And be able to explain it better for them, because we are a buyer agent team for Gil's team. I'm not on the listing side. So we are going to have listings that pop up that are going to need sometimes creative financing. So if we can have you in our corner, again, if you explain it right to us, this could be a lot bigger than just getting this deal done. And also, again, being able to stay connected, because the trips we go on, we're all on those trips together. Like, I go to Cabo. I'm not going to Cabo this year, but I've been to Cabo the past 2 years. I've been to EXPCon. I went last year. Probably not going this year, but there's a lot of EXP trips and seminars happen, you know? So.
No, let's definitely knock this one out. Let's knock this one out, and then let's get some more under our belts. I'm looking forward to it.
Started with, I work for EXP too.
Yeah, no, I definitely. I'm gonna make sure I write that down before we have our conversation. Let me know whenever he's free and available that we can set up a call, and I'll make something work.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time today. I will let you know when we all hop on a call, and then we can just continue from there, okay?
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, you have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Cool. Yeah, so that was a lead, a follow-up that's been. Let me just give like the way I followed up on this property. I've been getting this house for almost a year. Wow, that's crazy. No, it hasn't been that long. It's been about 8 months. It's been about 8 months. I started with it because I actually knew an agent out in Florida, just because, we were out just chilling. And I was like, hey, I'm a real estate agent. I was like, oh, well. I said, okay, cool. Like, you got any properties? He said, yeah, I got this one that's been on the market for about 2 weeks. I said, okay, let me take a look at it. Didn't know anything about investing, didn't know anything about wholesaling, didn't know anything about anything. So when I came across it, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this one creatively, because it's been on the market for a month now. And I just got us to sub to about for 2 weeks. And I was talking to him about seller financing. He said, yeah, they're not interested. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. 4 months go along, and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get the hang of, sub 2. Like, I got a few wholesales under my belt. I understand sub 2 a little bit more. And he reaches back out to me, and he's like, hey, my sellers are kind of considering seller financing, but can you tell me more about it? I'm like, so you said no at first, but you really didn't know anything about it. Is that what it was? And so the thing is, he just said no because he was confused. I didn't explain it well. I didn't really know how to explain it. And so he told me no. And so after that, I kind of broke down to him a little bit, and then we had a contract and sent everything out. And I don't know if he just didn't make a contract to make to sellers or they didn't like something about it. The price is I had it at 400,000. That's what they were getting in seller financing, breaking it down, whatever the case was. And they just say, yeah, we're not gonna do it, whatever the case was. Sat on the market for another like 2 months, and it expired. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave it alone. And probably like another month after that, I was curious. I was like, let me just go back on MLS to see what that property did it sell, what happened to it. And then I saw it listed again, and I was like, this is a whole different agent. And I was like, it must have expired, and they wouldn't have listed with a different agent. So I just called that. I think it was that day she listed it is when I looked it up. So it's only been 1 day on the market. So I called her, this agent, and I was like, I was previously trying to, work things out creatively with the sellers, and it seemed like they were on board, and things went south, but I wasn't really sure what. And the agent I knew the agent, and we kind of lost connection. I don't know what happened, but I kind of want to present my offer, know it still stands. But the thing is, they had a list over $100,000 cheaper. So I was like, well, my offer is going to be at what they're listed at, and we could work things out creative that way. So I automatically knocked $100,000 off, and so they're at like $299, and I'm like, okay, now we can work this out. And so house is renovated. House is like a 5.3. It has 2 kitchens, so I could really like cut it down the middle and rent out both sides and try to make something work out that way. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, so what are we talking about? Like, what can we do? And so we're going back and forth for like maybe 2 months and making sure like, I'm upholding my way, and the seller and to follow me on Instagram. Once I saw her, I was like, that's weird. And, we're going through all this kind of stuff. And now we're here at this point, and we're like this close to closing it down. The agent is ready to kind of get it going. She feels strongly about it. The broker now is just kind of confused because it's probably somebody he just never dealt with. They want the deed to stay in the seller's name. That's not really a big problem because I just figured out that you can still write off tax depreciation even if it's a purchase and selling, or I'm sorry, a settlement agreement for sale. What in the world was that? Yeah, agreement for sale. So I'll dig into all that. Hopefully we can get that contract written up and closed, and I will update you guys about that one as well. So yeah, let's get that going, and that meets my 3-hour mark. You guys can kind of see how my day was. I appreciate you guys for coming in and spending that time with me. All the guys that asked questions, hopefully you guys come back tomorrow. I'm gonna go over underwriting deals, how I'm gonna underwrite all these deals I kind of have right now, and the steps I'm going through, the process I'm going as far as making the cash offers and the creative offers, and we'll go from there. I'll see you guys tomorrow.